Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheen Aljamain, but we got my brother here, my brother from another mother, but we have the same father. This is Badger. Good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
Another beautiful and blessed day.
Yes, Lord.
Another day
Yes,
to be thankful for.
absolutely, absolutely. Badger, I'm gonna ask you a question, and it's gonna get
Yeah.
out. It's gonna get both of us in trouble this morning.
Oh, here we go. Let's get it.
We're gonna get both of us in trouble this morning. But
All right.
I guess it depends on how you answer the question. See, I know each and every one of y'all that's on here, man. I know how y'all gonna answer certain questions before I even ask them. But I asked the question for the sake of the conversation to keep the conversation going. I know what you're gonna say. I already know what you're gonna say. I can write it on a piece of paper, and if somebody was in here, I write it on a piece of paper and I turn it upside down and when you slide the paper to them, and after you answer the question, I tell them to turn the paper over and read it, and I guarantee you it'll be exactly what you're gonna say. And I can do that with
Oh,
you
see, see,
and
I'm
and
gonna.
and,
You can
and some
message me
other,
though.
huh?
I said you can message me though.
Yeah. But I know exactly what you're gonna say. But I'm gonna ask you this question: in this thing called life, Badger, in this thing called life. Let me make sure
Hmm.
I phrase my question the way I want to phrase it. Hold on, okay? Who are? It's okay, man. We got trains in Georgia.
This is the loudest train. It's that time of
who
month.
who are the best liars, men or women? Be open minded about this question. If you just give me
You
a
know
quick,
what?
if you just give me a
You're
quick answer, huh?
you ain't gonna know what I'm gonna say on this.
Of course I am.
What do you
I
think?
think no. Yeah, if I tell you
It's
what I think,
women.
if I tell you who I think, you'll flip it. Oh, okay. You say women.
Yeah,
Why you say women? Now watch this.
because
Watch this. Now this the part right here where I know exactly. Go ahead. Why you say women?
they gotta watch what they say for the delicate ego and pride of men.
See, I see. Man, I would have won the lottery on what you just said. But let's deal with it. Let's deal with it on the real level. Um, taking each other out of the equation or the responsibility of the other person out of the equation. Who is the best liars, men or women?
You have to be women.
Why you say women?
You don't mean I.
Can't be the same reason because of what men did. We're not talking about men. Let's say why women are the best liars.
They have to protect themselves. Not all of them can fight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's there. mm, The women that lie, unfortunately, it's due to how the world is,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of them that even when they speak the truth, they're not heard.
See, Badger, the examples that you're giving could be also attributed to to men as well. There's a lot of time where men feel as though they're not heard, but they're overlooked because it's always said, "Man, stop. You ain't no sister, you ain't no punk or nothing like that. Man up, man up, man up, man. Don't worry about that. You just man up." And that's what they tell young boys to man up, be a man, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Don't worry about that stuff. And so the stuff that you're saying right now, it could also go on both sides because you know women that do it's more. I don't want to be disrespectful how I say this. It's more more of a feminine. I can't even say the word this morning. My tongue
Feminine.
had his coffee. Yeah, my tongue had his coffee this morning. Situation with women, and it could be, but at the same
So
time, men go through the same. Men have to deal with the same situations. You can't say that it's women because they have to be careful of how they say things because of this or because of that. Because men, their obstacle is a little different. Their obstacle is, be a man, stand up, stop. You ain't no sissy. Be a man. Boy, you better man up and stop acting like that. What's wrong with you?
and they're a
See,
fool.
so women are fools too. There,
Never said they weren't.
huh?
I never said they weren't.
Lord, boy, you digging a hole, you digging a deeper and deeper hole for yourself, boy. I hope you.
Oh, I have man. There's a question I've been wanting to ask
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to topics like this.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it, because of my point of view, putting more of it on the men? Because even though it's in history, it still happens today.
Because I'm gonna tell you before you go a little further. I'm gonna say this right because with you, Badger, and I'm being totally transparent with you. It's always gonna be one way. And you're gonna put all the honest on it, whatever it is. However we talk about it, you're gonna put all the honest on the man. The man did this, the man did, and you don't want to put any responsibility on the women at all. The women are this way because the men did this. But we're not talking about that. We're not. We talk about women. Let's talk. See, with you, Batch, and like I said, you my brother. I'm saying what I'm saying because I love you and I'm being honest with you. But with you, truth of the matter, if you look at the situation, Badger, in every situation we talk about men and women, it's gonna be the man's fault. You're never gonna put any responsibility on the woman. If she's that way, she talk like that because the man did this, or she's acting this way because the way she's been treated by men. It's never a
So,
situation where
the,
maybe she's just a nasty, rotten, low down, dirty
okay,
person.
I never said that a woman can't be like that.
But you
My
always
mother's a good example of that.
okay. I don't know your mother. And I never will talk about your mother in any kind of way at all. But my thing is this right here. You always Badger with you, and it's yes, that's who you are. I can't tell you how to feel. I can, and I'm not gonna try to change the way you feel. I'm just gonna tell you my opinion about how you feel. And so the way you feel is your right to feel the way you want to feel. I never want you to
Mhm.
think I'm trying to change your mind or how you think or how you
You
feel.
won't.
I can't. I don't want to. I have no desire to. But my thing is this right here. I can tell you how I receive what you say to me. And the way I receive what you say to me is you always going to turn it honest. You always going to flip it and make it a man issue. Men did it. Women are this way because of men did this. I could say, well, she stomped her toe. Well, she stomped her toe because the man didn't pick up that box and that made her stomp her toe. Hold on,
No,
brother.
I don't go that ignorant.
No, I don't, I don't go.
That's too far.
Yeah. Well, I don't do the ignorant and all this. I don't even
So,
know.
okay, the
But it's,
the mentality and the
mm-hmm,
trauma that is having to be undone
mm-hmm,
is similar, and this is where a lot of people misunderstand me,
mm-hmm,
because I see commonalities.
mm-hmm,
And before the show, finding words, my apologies.
mm-hmm,
um when I hear, because I sit and I listen, I probably listen way more than I talk
mm-hmm,
and just observe.
mm-hmm.
um I have seen so many women hold themselves back, and when I ask them why, their comment is, well, I don't want to upset his pride.
Mm. And truth of the matter, you don't think men do that? Hold themselves back because they don't want to disappoint their woman. They don't want
Mm,
to. They live a certain way because of the fact that they don't want to
a
hurt the
good
woman.
man would.
Okay, so what?
A good
So
man.
we talk about a good woman that would do that as well, because
Yes.
there's some women out there that don't give a hoot one
Oh
way or
yeah,
another.
no.
How you feel?
No, Well, it's sort of like yesterday I asked a question about the N word being used and the B word being used and all that, right? It was um it was males that started doing that in music, and it became a part of the language.
Okay, but Badger, see, and that's a prime example. You talk about the N word, but women are the ones that use the B word against each other all day long,
But
every
where
day.
did they start that from?
See, and now you just reflected back to what I said you're going to do. You're going to put it right back on a man. That has nothing to do. A man cannot make a woman call another woman a B. I don't care what he do, how he act, how he treat her. He cannot. He can.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something. Me, I'm talking about me now. I'm gonna talk about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've been mad at a whole lot of women in my life, but I have never. You can't point one time in my life where I've ever called a young lady a B or a H. Never. I've never done it. I've been mad at a lot of women in my life. I've never called any one of them a B or H or anything like that. I've never done that. So my thing is right here. A man cannot make a woman call another woman a B. He can't do that.
No,
He can
that
treat
I
her.
agree with.
He could treat her anyway. But see, you said it's because of the man. You
Okay.
can't say it's
Well,
because of the man because he
okay.
can't make her call another woman that.
So if that word became a part of the community, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked yesterday about the N word being used.
Mm-hmm.
That became part of a culture due to trauma that was pushed on from another group of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
What makes that different?
Because what makes it different is we actually we intertwine in two different conversations.
No, I'm talking about the core. Look at the core,
Mm-hmm.
not the word, the
Mm-hmm.
core. The
Okay.
core of it is here's this group of people that
Mm-hmm.
used a word towards another group of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's masculine people using a word towards a feminine group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, they adopted the word. We talked about like how words can change or words get adopted into our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how music has changed over time. Look at like there it's mm, for me, I look at cores. I don't focus on the 200 words of an essay.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole thing when I brought up about one of the ways I was trying to teach someone what systematic racism
Mm-hmm.
is if we go, hey, we're going to take away, let's say, Bud Light because white people drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Caucasians drink it. We'll just use, a little bit more proper terms. Caucasians drink it too much and it's hurting the people. So because of Caucasians, they're going to take that Bud Light off of the stuff, right? That can cause anger. That can cause all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, they targeted menthol cigarettes and said it was African Americans are going to be the reason why they took it away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that creates a narrative. That creates a push towards something else. It's a core. How
Mm-hmm.
how how do you keep people from focusing on the bigger issues?
By dealing with the conversation that's actually on the table, by dealing with what we're talking about, because a lot of times we started off talking about who is the greatest, who is the best liar, and you see how from that conversation we've diverted all the way over to something totally different that has nothing to do with the best liar.
Oh,
We
it's all connected.
yeah, but we're not dealing with the issue though. We're throwing all the other elements in there. We want to make a chicken soup, but now we're putting shrimp in it. We're putting bacon in it. We're putting sausage in it. But so now we don't have
So
just shrimp
so a
soup.
man like
Now we have
me
a gumbo. Now we have somewhat of a gumbo.
or a man like you,
Mm-hmm.
our wives would be honest with us, yeah?
Yeah,
I mean, my wife doesn't have to worry about hurting my pride or any of that stuff.
exactly.
Okay?
Hmm.
How many of us do you think there are versus how many males that are out there?
Well, see that I don't I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know. But I
And
don't
to
know.
me,
I don't know where that
looking at
up with what we're talking about.
everything's connected. That's the part I don't
Mm.
I don't understand how people can't see that.
But see, like I said, my thing is this right here. My question, though it was a simple question, we've complicated it so much by throwing all the other elements into it. We've complicated the question.
What else do you
That
want
was
me to say about a woman that
no, 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 no. I want you to say just what you're saying now. Your truth. I want you to say your truth. I'm not again, I'm not trying to change you how you feel. I'm not trying to change. I'm just telling you how I feel about what you're saying. I'm
okay.
not I don't want to change how you feel at all. I don't want to change your
No,
idea, your thoughts, or any of that because they belong to you. Those are yours. But my thing is, what I'm doing right now is I'm just telling you how I feel about that thought pattern and what you're saying.
I I get what you're saying, and I get
Mhm,
that from a lot of people,
mhm.
primarily
No,
males.
no, some see there we go again. Now it's a male thing. See, it goes right back to what I said
Males are the ones that get upset when you talk about ego and pride.
because maybe because the women are the ones like you said they just gonna not say anything and just sit there and listen and not voice their opinion. That don't mean they agree with you. That don't mean they're happy with what you're saying. They just don't verbalize.
So, if your wife told you, "Hey, I don't agree with your idea. We're not going to do it," what would you do?
I'm sorry, I sneezed, brother. Excuse me. Say that one more time.
If your wife inside of your home
Mm-hmm.
says, "I don't agree with your idea. We're not going to do it,"
Okay.
what would you do?
We said I don't have a conversation. Why don't you? Why do you not agree with it? What is it about it that you don't agree with? And let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it.
And she sits down. Are you still going to try to make it where you're going to do it anyway?
No, never that. Never that. When we have a conversation, we're gonna have a verbal conversation, an adult conversation with each other. We're not gonna raise our voice. We're not gonna argue. We're gonna talk about the facts and put the facts on the table. And
All
whatever it is,
right.
if she happened to be right, then I say, baby, you know what? You got a point. And let's try that.
And to me, is what makes the difference. There's not, I, out of, I've been around so many different males.
Mm-hmm.
To be around males that are like me and you, or some of the other ones that come on the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
we would do that.
Yeah.
But the higher percentage doesn't even know what that is.
But see, how are you gauging that? How do you know? How do you know who's gonna do what in any given situation? How do you know? How do you gauge that?
Because the males I've been around, which you have to remember, I'm predominantly surrounded by white males. You
Mm-hmm.
see me as white skinned.
Mm-hmm.
So unless I say that I'm, Native American or I'm wearing my native jewelry, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's blending in quotation marks. They're like, um, they'll ask me something like about, "Hey, you want to go fishing?" I'm like, "Well, let me talk to my wife." And their instant response, "Oh, so she's the one that wears the pants in the marriage? She's controlling you and da 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 da." Just tell her you're going fishing. You ain't gotta ask her permission.
Mm-hmm.
That's the that's what I'm around.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I can't say anything against that, brother. That's your experience. I can't say anything one way or another. But what I can say is what I'm around is a little bit different. I'm around the kind of
Hmm.
fellas, man, that they're gonna have a conversation with their wives and they're gonna respect her wholeheartedly. And if I find out that if I got a friend or an associate that I feel is not, doing the right thing or treating his wife with the respect that she so rightfully deserves, you're not my friend no more. We don't
We'll
we don't
see.
we can't hang out because I don't and I think somebody else said something similar to this just the other day. I can't roll with you like that, man. Look how you treating your wife, brother. Nah, man, I'm not down with that program. Let me go to Tucson. Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Mm, Doing all right, man.
Tucson, I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question, man. I want to hear your heart on this right here. Um, who is in your in your experiences and life experiences as it is, who is the best liars, men or women?
Women.
Why you say?
They always got a headache. My, you heard what I said? Somebody knocking on my door. I said they
Donald,
always
oh
got a
my
headache.
goodness.
I heard exactly what you said. Yes, sir.
I could be back.
All right. Lord. See, he would probably Badger. He would probably have a totally different explanation behind his, because it's his experiences. My experience is different, yours is different, and I'm sure his is different. Because Sandra, she called in a minute ago. I wish she would call back in because I definitely want to hear it from a young lady's perspective as well. Who is the greatest? And the phone lines are open. Everybody on the phone line, you could definitely give us a call 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We're asking the question: who is the best liar? Who is the best liars, men or women, and why? Why do you say, ladies? If y'all calling here saying men are the best liars, I want you to tell me why you think we're the best liars. Men, if you calling here talking about women are the best liars, give me an explanation why you feel that she is a woman is the best liar. Badger said that she's the best, that men are, well, women are the best liars. He said women are the best liars because men have pushed them in a situation where they got to lie, and this is what it is. They got to lie. They got to. And how do you feel about that? Do you think women are the best liars, and it's all it's a factor behind that because men have treated them so bad they feel as though they had to lie? What about men? Have women treated them so badly? That's another example. A good guy. A good guy. See Will Smith back before he started slapping people. Uh, people looked at him as being a
No,
good.
you didn't.
People looked at him as being a good guy, a stand up kind of guy. You know, clean cut. Will Smith. A lot of times Will Smith said he wanted to date Pepper from Salt and Pepper. He wanted to date her. He had a big crush on Pepper, but she would not date him because, quote unquote, he was too good. He was a good guy. She didn't want to date him. He didn't have that thug in him. And because of the fact he didn't have that thug in him, what if that flipped him? What if he experienced that so many times? He experienced that over and over again. Now he feel like he gotta conform from being a good guy because he's not getting the girls that he wants because he's not a good guy. Now, did she have any? Did women that put him in that category? Did she have anything to do with him switching like that? Because of the fact that she would not date him or he could not get the women he wanted because he was not a thug. He dressed a certain way, shirt and tie, and was a quote unquote gentleman. Badger, do you think that women had, if he were to do that, if he was to flip flop like that in that way, did women have anything to do with that?
Mm.
Be honest, brother. Ain't number one truth. Let's tell it.
To a degree, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm keeping from saying another thing.
Come on. Let's tell the truth.
Well, look, like we just discussed, I'm speaking from my experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the best women I've ever met, best relationships I've ever been around have predominantly been black couples.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that stuff kind of like throws me off. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know it exists, but um that's one of the reasons I've talked to like Leonard and some other people to learn other things because my view of black communities is kind of skewed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the communities I was around was very community oriented. They watched each other's back. If someone was, not was doing things that they shouldn't be, the community, worked together to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very close to, the indigenous tribal stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that I was taught. And so there are times when on the show and stuff, I'm kind of like um, hit sideways, if you want to say that,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, huh, Well, all that stuff sounds just like what I see in the white communities.
And there are similarities. There are
So,
similarities. At the end of the day, like my wife always say, people gonna be people, and that's just what it
right.
is. Mm-hmm.
So if the issues are similar, and my wife ended up watching this video of um a group of people talking, and it was black women and black males. And to me, I heard all of the same things I've heard white folks say.
Mm-hmm.
The males are like, well, I'm gonna go to work. I don't want my wife to work. I want my wife to be home. And when I get home, she's not allowed to yell or any of that kind of stuff. When I get home, I want to be able to sit down on the couch and have my food brought to me and da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, that's not right at all.
It sounds like a caveman mentality right there, brother.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just, oh my gosh.
Mm.
So that was kind of like very eye-opening for me, because I'm not used to that from the other side
Mm-hmm.
of that kind of perspective. I'm more used to what you were explaining, you know. Um, However, my experiences, because I haven't lived in those communities as much as I wanted to. I've been around, all this other stuff. It's always, the women are. This is going to sound really bad. However, it's what I've been around. Women are for breeding. They
Wow.
are to do as they're told, and so on and so on. You can take it from there. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to go too much in detail of things I've literally had males tell me, including telling me how I should treat my wife, which I had to walk away so I wouldn't go to jail.
Exactly.
Um,
But see, but my thing was, and like I say, I'm not here, and we had this conversation earlier. We're gonna go back to Tucson. I was going to say Badger, but Badger, I'm not here. No part of any part of what I'm ever going to do is going to try not just you, but anybody's idea about how they feel. I'm not going to do that because they have their own experiences. I wasn't there. I wasn't there, and I can't change anybody's mind, or nor do I want to change anybody's mind. What I do is I listen to what they say, and I gather my information from what they say, and I tell them how I feel about what they say. Now, like I said earlier, with you, Badger is totally not 9/10 of the time, 9.5 tenths of the time, it's gonna be a one-sided thing. You're gonna blame the male. The women are this way because men did this. Women stomped their toe because the man left the
well,
peg
okay.
in the middle of the floor. And like I say, now if you really listen to it, and you really take a look, open and honest look at it, Badger, you're gonna contribute. You're gonna some kind of way. You're gonna figure out a way to flip it to make it the man's fault.
I just want to say this real quick, because I know we're about to go to Donald, and I know I'm going to trigger him.
Mm-hmm.
So, if men are supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be held at the head of the household, the
Mm-hmm.
protectors,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yet the comments have been made that it was white males
Mm-hmm.
that caused a lot of the issues with the women,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not going to disagree with that. That toxic teaching is horrible, of the welfare and this and this and this
Mm-hmm.
has always been attributed to males. Even the overturning of Roe versus Wade has been attributed to predominantly white males.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm hearing all of this from multiple different sources, even on your show, it's been white males,
Mm-hmm.
masculine, that
Yeah.
are doing this and doing this and doing this towards women. Of course, I'm going to have that view, because from way back all the way up till today, which is still happening, men are dictating what women can do. Is
Okay.
it righteous or not?
Okay. And I made a point to you earlier, and you agreed with me. You agreed with me when I said this. I said, regardless of how a man treat a woman, a woman have a choice whether she calls another woman the B word or not, and they do it all the time. It's just like I said to you before, a man cannot make a woman or force a woman to call another woman a B word, but the
No,
woman,
but they can make her not have an abortion even if they're raped or whatever now.
again, we say we say we're gonna make a shrimp soup, and now you put sausage in it, you put chicken in it, you put
It's
all the
all
other stuff.
connected.
No, it's not. It's not. You're trying to connect them, but they're not. When I say that a woman, a man cannot make a woman call another woman a B word, he cannot, regardless of what he do or what he say. He can't make her. She have to have a choice in her mind whether she's going to do that or not. And if she decides that she wants to do it, that's on her. It has nothing to do with how he treated her. She had a choice. Like we said earlier about the N word. If a black person called another person, can't nobody make a black person call another a black person the N word. That person have a choice whether they're going to call that person that N word or not. And if they decide within themselves that I'm not going to do that, they're not going to do it, regardless of how anybody treats them. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. I'm gonna ask you a question, Badger. I'm gonna go over to Tucson. This is based on a leadership type question. In your world, indigenous, my thing is this: how valuable is a chief, would a chief be if he didn't have a tribe?
The chief can get kicked out by the woman.
That's, see, again, you deflecting my question again. You're not answering my question. I'm asking you a simple question, and you going on.
There is no tribe. Okay, you're asking me on the teachings that I was taught. There is no chief without the woman.
See, again, see.
This
Okay,
is my
okay,
teaching.
okay, Badger. Okay, Badger. You just, for whatever reason, you don't want to answer a very simple question. You don't want to answer it though. I'm asking you how valuable. I ain't asking you about all that other stuff you putting into it. I'm not asking you about that. I ask you how valuable is a chief if there's no tribe. Then you start talking about the woman. You talking about that's not what I asked you, brother. Tucson, talk to me, brother. We talking about the liar. Who's the best liar, men or women? You said women. Explain to me why.
No, I said that, I'm always who I am. But if they don't want to do something, they're not going to do it. And they have a way.
When you say they, you talking about women?
Of covering women.
Okay,
they cover themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like I use for an example, being sarcastic, but I'm really serious. If they don't want to do something, they just grab a headache. That's convenient. They ain't got no headache.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things that women can say that's going on with their bodies, and you just have to accept it for what it is.
Mm-hmm. So you ain't gonna look. Let me see.
I better not. Ooh, no.
Let me see.
Just roll over and play dead, for real. It is what it is.
I'm just clowning.
But then here's another thing. They stick together.
Mm-hmm. So so let me go back to my initial question. So basically, as a whole, you saying women are greatest liars because they stick together and they got a camaraderie and stuff like that, and they'll work together hand in hand. Is that pretty much what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, they will. I mean, they will. And then here's the thing: they have a believable story.
Mm-hmm.
So
hold on, Tucson.
Let me tell you. Go ahead.
Tucson, I gotta ask you the question, brother. How dumb were you calling men, man? How dumb were you calling us, man? You say they have a collective story.
You ain't dumb.
Wait a minute.
You just. Let me tell you. See, they can get you to do anything because you love them, you like them, they look good, they smell good, they feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And because they look good, they feel good, they smell good, all they got to do is say something to you in a nice little sweet thing, and you'll cut all your hair off, Samson, with your strong self. Most men, powerful men, across the generation of time have been brought down by a woman.
See, now you and Badger are standing on two different sides of the fence when you say that right there, because he's saying that women are the way they are because of men, and you're saying that men are the way they are because.
Well, I understand. Not necessarily. I'm saying because see, and I have to agree with you. Um, I love my brother Badger, but he liked to make gumbo, and
Mm,
um, we call it a sauce piquant in Louisiana. You grab something and you start off with a gravy and you put all kinds of different things in it,
I thought it
whether
was a roux.
shrimp
mm-hmm,
and chicken, and you put beef and you put pork and you ham. You put all kinds of wild meat.
mm-hmm,
It's called a sauce piquant, but you intended just to make a little soup. Just put it together. But
mm-hmm,
anyway, what I mean by saying what I'm saying is before the big, I know men feel like the whole song. It's a man's world.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just ask him.
Yeah, he'll tell you.
Badger is actually right in this. You know, because men want to dictate. They have a caveman mentality
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
that says, "Oh, you can't do this under the corporate world." Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I had a vice president in a company. I went sat in her office. Matter of fact, she was an African American vice president, and I was telling her some issues, and she says, "This is the vice president, right?" She says, "I have to. There's a lot of things that I would like to get done, but I'm gonna have to wait till a few people retire."
Mm-hmm.
My comment was, "They work for you."
Yeah.
He, she says, "But they are white males
Mm.
in the South."
Wow.
But to go back to what I was saying is, um, women have a tendency to make up a story, and they're believable because they smell good and talk good and they feel good. Well, it can get you to do anything, Adam. God told you not to eat that fruit,
Mm-hmm.
and they believe a lie. Well, I heard that we shall not surely die, but you know you love me. I'm not saying that that was the conversation,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that you know I guarantee you one thing, and your wife gonna get me for this. You get mad at me, right?
Uh-oh.
She can send you to the store and get anything she wants.
You're being funny because you know my wife sent me to the store the other day with a list. Okay, you're gonna do me like that. Look, you're gonna do me like that. But anyway, man, but that's true though. That part is true. But my thing is this right here. I like to look at both sides of the coin when I'm dealing with something. I like to deal with both sides of the coin. And I'm not gonna say that the women are bad because of the men, or am I gonna say the men are bad because of the women? But I know those situations do happen, and it's across the board. 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, whatever it is, it does happen. There are some men out here that, they, like you said, Samson cut off his hair. That's his source of his strength. The woman told him. He listened, did it. It was over. There's some women out here that men are so have such a caveman mentality. They want them to walk around a house barefoot and pregnant. That's all they want, barefoot and pregnant. And like James Evans from Good Times, he said he got a friend that says, oh, the woman, there's only two places for a woman: the kitchen and the bedroom. And I'm like, wow. And he said, and Florida guys so mad when he said that. He said, "Don't say it, James. Don't say it." He said, "Only two places, Florida. Don't say it, James." He said, "The kitchen and the bedroom, the kitchen and the bedroom." And that's the mentality that's destroying a lot of relationships, destroying a lot of families, that's destroying a lot of communities. But it's on both sides, though. Talk to me, Badger.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Say it again.
Yeah. Say what you said again.
What about the kitchen and the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I missed what you said. That's why I was asking you to repeat it.
No. James Evans was saying that a lot of time, man, you gotta listen, man. I can't go through the whole thing all over again, man.
I don't know who that is.
James, Good Times, from the Good Times. The TV
I
show.
guess I don't remember him saying that.
Yeah. Well,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
He didn't have that channel. Badger didn't have that channel.
Oh, I watched some of it. I just don't remember it all.
Jesus, Lord Jesus. But he said they was having an argument, and James, he said, man, my friend, he said the friend name, I can't remember the name. He said there's only 2 places for the women, Florida. And she said, don't you say it, James, because she evidently she done heard it before. Don't you say it. He said there's only 2 places for the woman: the kitchen and the bedroom. The kitchen and the bedroom. And needless to say, that conversation did not go well after that. But that's the mentality of the caveman mentality of some men. They really feel that way. But then again, the other side of the coin, there's some women out there that had destroyed. You look at, even in a biblical sense, a lot of the strong men were destroyed or was brought down by a woman. Adam and Eve. What happened? Who were the first one to eat that apple? It was Eve. And she told Adam, to start what you're saying, she told Adam, we ain't gonna really die. We ain't truly, but did they die? Physically? No. Spiritually, emotionally, and all the other connection that they have with God? Yes, they died. All that died at that time. People say, well, they didn't physically die. Well, maybe he didn't mean physically dead, but you could die in so many different ways.
Well,
and so Adam and Eve. Say it again.
Wasn't Satan a male?
See, there you go again. See, instead of you dealing with it, now you want to flip it back on the man.
No,
I see, Badger. I say this to you every time, and every time you prove my point. Instead of dealing with what we're talking about, you want to flip it back on the man. We talk about.
I got an answer for him, though. I got an answer for him.
Mm-hmm.
I got an answer for him.
What's your answer?
Angels are neither male nor female. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also don't think Lucifer and Satan's the same person. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
okay.
belief.
Well, that's a whole different conversation.
That's a whole other conversation, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just my logic and view.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To sit there and blame. I always hear the blaming. I hear more blaming women than men taking responsibility.
And see, with your line of conversation, I hear all blaming other men in every situation. It's gonna be.
Well, why didn't Adam say no?
The man did it. See, what does that have to do with Eve leading him that way?
Was Adam supposed to be the protector?
See, there you go. There you see, and all this stuff. You're gonna turn it. You're gonna find a clever little way to turn it, to make it the man some kind of way the man's fault. Some kind of way, Patrick. Instead of
things I hear from y'all.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Are men supposed to be the protectors?
Hold on. Is woman supposed to be the helpmeet of the man?
Are women supposed to help men?
Was woman created to be the helpmeet of the man?
The helpmeet?
Yeah, it's biblical, brothers. He said
helpmeet. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I heard the wrong. I heard the word in a weird way.
Okay,
I understand what you mean now.
Yeah, she's supposed to be so. How is she helping him if she's taking him down the wrong path? How is she helping him if she's making him eat the apple of which God said you're not supposed to eat? You have everything in his garden, but do not partake of that fruit right there, of that tree.
And Adam could have said no.
See, again, just like I said, you prove my point every time. You're gonna find a way to turn it around and make it the man's fault, and put no responsibility at all on the woman. And
it was her. She got tricked. She ate the apple. But to me, logically,
here go the flip part. Go ahead. Give us the flip part.
If men are the protectors,
wow. See what I'm saying?
He could have said no.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he say no?
Okay. Why did she persuade him or try to persuade him or lead him in that direction? She's supposed to be the helpmeet of the man. See, you don't want to put any responsibility on her, and that badger could end up being that's a problem, brother. I like to look at both sides of the coin.
It was her fault for eating the apple. I'm not denying that. That's
Mm-hmm.
the part you're not hearing.
I'm
But I'm
hearing that
also
part.
holding the man responsible for
I'm
not
hearing that
saying
part,
no.
Patrick. I'm hearing that part, but what I'm also hearing, I is you saying I was going to say something. I was going to go another direction, but if I said that, it's going to take this conversation on a whole different 10 minutes, and I'm not going to do that because we got other people listening. So what I will say, I hear what you're saying, but I also hear you again flipping it and putting the responsibility, all the honest on the man because he's supposed to be this, he's supposed to be that. Well, she's supposed to be nothing. Hold
Why
on.
didn't
Hold on, Badger. This can't be a Rahina and Badger show. We got to keep this thing. We got to keep this thing fair to everybody. We got a couple of people on the phone line.
Hey, Friday.
I see a Friday. She's smiling like crazy. Hold on, Friday. We can't hear you, Friday. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, Friday. I'm gonna come back to you.
Okay.
Let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, I need your very unbiased opinion. I need your very unbiased comment on this, okay? Unbiased. Okay? Can you hear me, Cassandra?
No,
Cassandra, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay. Who is the best? Who is the best liars, men or women?
Oh Lord, I can't. I can't even answer that question.
Hmm?
I mean, what? I don't know. Both lie well, so I mean, that's something I don't know. I really don't. But both lie really well. And to be honest, if we really want to get to it, men lie a whole lot better than women, than percentage wise than women do to men.
Wait a minute, Cassandra.
You know, and then they say
Wait a minute.
yeah, it's the truth. I mean, go ahead and Google it. Go ahead and Google it. Because men feel like they have to lie to women. Google it. Google.
Now hold on. So
yeah, men, yeah.
So you saying that we lie more than y'all?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And women fall for it. And women fall for it.
So hold on, Cassandra.
Over and over again.
Well, what about the women that lie, Cassandra? What about them? There's a lot of women that lie too now.
No,
they lie very well.
What about you? You don't listen. I said that both lie. I said, but percentage-wise, men lie to women more than women lie to men. But women lie, man. I'm not putting them to lie. But I'm just saying. Just you know what? Just think about all the situations that go on. Who is usually the one telling the lie? I mean, in domestic violence and infidelity. Who's the one really telling the lie?
Well, see,
percentage-wise. I'm just asking.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna answer your question like this right here. I'm gonna answer your question like this right here. I think that and you're absolutely right. Both of them do lie. You know, I was being funny, but yeah, both of them do lie. But my thing is this right here, though. This is my whole point. I think y'all lie better than we lie. Y'all are better liars than we are. What do you say to that, Cassandra?
What'd you say?
I say y'all are better liars than we are. Y'all cover up y'all lies better. We're caught in our lie more than y'all are caught in y'all lies.
Any man on here that agrees with that, y'all need to just come on, be pleased. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Any man that believes that, y'all need to just tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on now.
So y'all don't lie better than we do. Y'all plan y'all lies, Cassandra. Y'all
we
map
do
it.
not lie better than y'all. No. No, period.
Hold on, I want to tell Cassandra my point of view.
Look at y'all. I'm gonna tell you something, Cassandra. The way I see it, y'all are more meticulous in y'all lies. Y'all plan it out. Y'all have y'all girls they stand behind y'all. Y'all have a backup plan to y'all backup plan, and that's what y'all do. Y'all just good. I even go as far as say in certain situations, y'all are smarter than us when it comes to lying. Cause y'all lie out.
Wow.
If this happened, girl, if
Wow.
this happened, girl, I need you to say this. If this happened, say this. When I was,
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
now, Cassandra, have you ever
No, but okay.
have you ever had one of your girlfriends? Have you ever had one of your girlfriends to try to get you to cover up for them? Not saying,
Nope.
not that you did it,
Because people, no, people know me. Even when I wasn't saved, they know me.
Mhm.
No, nobody would ask me to lie. No,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
Okay. All right. Hey, Cassandra, I'm gonna mute your line because you got a little background noise. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Okay, hold on for a second. Friday. Don't tell me you're frozen, Friday. Don't tell me you're frozen now. I think Friday's frozen over there. Oh, there she go. There she go. Yeah, I can't. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, there you go. Now,
All right.
go ahead. Let me hear you.
Well, of course, men lie better and more than women do. Women don't have to lie because men
What?
don't listen to what we say anyway. So the fact that y'all don't pay attention to what we say, you just presume that we're lying, and we're not. We don't have to. Not to say that women don't, because they're capable. Men don't listen anyway, so we don't have to lie. And the fact that you think that we will go through all those changes
Y'all do.
to set up a lie proves that men lie better and more because we don't even think like that.
I say that y'all turn your volume down just a little bit on Friday. You get a feedback. Turn your volume down just a bit. I say this right here. I say that y'all are much more articulate when it comes to lying. Y'all cover bases more lie. Come on now.
No, it takes too much energy. We too busy taking care of everything else.
Y'all too busy
Now,
trying to cover up that last lie.
if it just so happens that, you know, we have a group of girlfriends who telepathically understands
The
the
lie.
assignment, then we don't have to tell them or ask them because they understand the assignment. But men,
So basically, hold on.
all these changes.
Hold on. I'm gonna mute your line because we get a feedback when I talk. That's the only reason I'm muting your line. But I want you to hear what I'm saying. Basically, what you're saying is y'all just naturally know how to lie. Y'all just naturally know how to cover up for each other and deal with each other on that level. So y'all ain't gotta have that conversation because y'all know, girl, if he call you, lie.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is because our girlfriend crew is going to keep the other girlfriend in check, we don't have to lie because we're not going to let the other one get caught up because we're not going to let them mess up.
So basically, like Michael Jackson said, sometimes the lie becomes the truth. So y'all in a situation where y'all feel like the lie has become the truth. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let me go. Let me see. We got some. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Don't go. I'm gonna mute. Oh yeah, a good deal. You muted your line. Let me go to who else we got here. Mr. Oh, we ready to get it now. We ready to get Mr. Hicks. Mr. Hicks, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Doing fine, Raheem. Good morning, the Gold family. This is funny. you must get this stuff in dreams. The questions.
Look here, Miss Hicks. I need
some stuff.
We going in this morning. We going in all the way in this morning. Miss Hicks, who is the best liars, Mr. Hicks? Men or women?
Men.
Mr. Hicks.
Men.
Mr. Hicks.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
Men. Come on now, let me finish, bro. I can call like I see it. You may not see this perspective, but listen to me. Listen to me for a minute.
Go ahead, let me hear you.
It's men that describe the books, the scripture we got because women wasn't allowed to. Women have been oppressed simply because they've been blamed in the theology that they are the blame of that. But the commandments that came down after the transgression was equal. No, it was a punishment handed out to man for his transgression and a woman for hers and the serpent. So, but in the annals of history, even modern history, they write they write the rules. We write history. Roosevelt rewrote the whole history. Before then, we don't even know the real history of things. We got what they agree on it, and so even in everyday occurrence, women, because of I don't know if you want to call it generational DNA or whatever it is, culture, they've been so oppressed. A man could, in Islam, you could banish, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you, and you divorce. And it's accepted by the community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, the big Paul Moses about divorce, that Jesus went back and said, because the hardness of the heart, we did this thing. The hardness of a man's heart. You know, a man could go out and have 3 or 4 affairs, and some kind of way that woman would cry and go through the anguish and pain because the kids in the family, she'll submit all her stuff and still be humble to him. But let her slip one time. They want to put her out there and throw rocks at her. And somebody had to come along and say, man, write this saying on these people here. And now whoever you throw the first stone, it's man. And Jesus was saying that even if it took 3 witnesses to witness for it to be a fornication and adultery, that means 3 of you guys were standing there watching this stuff. You're just watching porno. You didn't stop it. You watched it.
Mm-hmm. So
in that sense, in that sense, you know, I think women are forced to think like they're dishonest because they have to keep secrets. They have to keep secrets from an angry, ignorant father. When the little daughter that went out and slipped up, she got to figure out, how do I keep this from this man? Because this man will kill her.
Mm-hmm.
They're what they call honor slaying, killing me. So there's got to be an air of camaraderie with them. They got to unite in a sense just to keep each other quiet and to keep their lives and keep their kids. Man could just drop one family, start another family. Go to the other family, lie. We've been married, ain't got no kids.
See, Miss Hicks, I'm at to pull your man card, brother. You don't win against the grain.
I know you are.
Look here. As a matter of fact, Miss Hicks, you gone. You behind over there in that corner. Go on over there in that corner.
Okay. I knew I was gonna have to go there when I said it.
Yeah. Look at, go. You done messed up royally. Now. Go on. You behind over there in that corner.
I know. Wait.
Boy, Lord.
Hey, I'm not the only one, Raheem.
Yeah, look here. Both of y'all cut from the same cloth, man, and both of y'all wrong. Both of y'all wrong. Toussaint, talk to me, brother. Throw me a lifeline, Toussaint. Now, who? Look here. Do you agree with that? Toussaint? Talk to me. Toussaint, where you at, man? Where you at? Don't be running now.
I know you ain't running. You know, well, you don't know if I'm gonna run or not, but I ain't running.
You ain't gonna. Oh, good. There you go.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, Toussaint. Let's make it plain. Come on, talk to me.
I know you want some help with me.
Oh Lord,
but
Jesus.
I'm a listener. Wait a minute. I'm a listener. Let me be part of my conversation. This conversation.
Lord,
yes, I am.
Where my mute button at? Where my mute button at?
Hold on, right here. I still stand on what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But Friday brought in a point that I want to repeat. Friday said,
why would you want to repeat?
They don't have.
Why?
They don't have to lie. They do, and they cover each other, but they don't have to lie.
But they do.
Will.
But they do.
They do. Yes, they do. They do. They've been doing it. And look, men use women to cover up their lies.
Come on.
To make it really, if men want another man to do something that is not even right, they'll use a woman to get it done.
Mm.
And she will prance her tail right over there and smile. And before you know it, he'd be like Boo Boo the Fool.
Mm.
Sure will. Because I'm going to say it again. They look good, they smell good, and they feel good. I'm just saying.
Lord. Let me. I'm gonna step away.
Them look, because
I figured I was coming over here.
Low down dirty dogs.
I figured I was gonna have some kind of help this morning too. So even you done flipped on me this morning, brother. Even you done flipped on me.
I didn't flip. No, I didn't. I'm just putting out truth
Okay,
in what I'm saying.
for the people that's just tuned in, we asking the question: who is the best liars, men or women? I say that it's pretty much equal across the board, but the needle leans a little more toward the women. That's what I say. The needle and everybody else on here is flipping and flopping. And Tucson was with me. We started out. I wish y'all could have been with the beginning. Tucson's first comment. He was with me. We were together. And then here come Friday. Here come Cassandra. Here come Badger made his points. And then here come Mr. Hicks. And I knew Mr. Hicks gonna be on I knew Mr. Hicks had my back. I said, me and Mr. Hicks, we gonna see eye to eye on this right here. Here he come. Here he come with this mess. Man, y'all come on, man. Man, look at y'all must have some kind of meeting before I got here this morning. Y'all must have Cassandra. Let me unmute your line, Cassandra. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me throw something in real quick.
I don't know what you're gonna throw in there. Go ahead.
I wanted to share my point of view with Friday and Cassandra now that they're here.
It ain't gonna change. Are you gonna say women are the best liars? Are you gonna say that?
Yep.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I've been waiting on you. Go ahead, Badger. I knew you had something to say. Go ahead.
I think women are the best liars because I agree with them. Men don't listen to women. And then on top of that, the amount of ego and pride that men deal with, it's a lot of times it's better to tell a white lie than actually deal with some stupid, ignorant, egocentric male.
Lord Jesus.
What is a white lie? What is that?
I don't know. I still don't know. I just know it's a term people use. To me, a lie is a lie.
A white lie is what had us celebrating Columbus Day all these years. That's
Ooh, I know. It was Indigenous Day and I loved it. It was awesome.
Wow. But
oh my God.
Exactly. Oh, hold on, Badger. Let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra, now are you gonna stand on the fact that you really believe? Now, Cassandra, let's be unbiased now. I know you're a woman. I know y'all got this woman camaraderie together. Y'all stick together. I understand all that. I understand how it goes. I do. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But Cassandra, are you really gonna say that women lie less than men? And men are better liars and lie more than women lie? Cassandra. Y'all lie to get what y'all want.
Yep.
Y'all lie to get what y'all want half the time.
No, because a good woman shouldn't have to lie to get what she wants. If she's lying, then that means the man ain't doing something right. Because a good woman, she don't have to lie to get what she wants. Because he's going to know that she's asking for it for the right reason. Even if she's a gold digger, she's straight up with it. He knows he ain't no pretense. So yeah, no, I still stick with what I say, and it's about the truth. I'm not male or female when it comes to the truth. It's just the truth.
Friday, go ahead, Friday. I see you jumping up and down over there. Go ahead, Friday. I see you. Talk to me, sis. Tell me what's on your heart.
Men have to be the best liars simply because I don't think it was a woman that convinced Eve to take a bite of the fruit.
Thank you.
Hold on. Tucson knocked that. Now, what Tucson did do, Tucson knocked that out the air because he said his spirit is neither male or female.
However,
go ahead.
That is true, but in the form that it was presented, I'm pretty sure it was male.
Boy, y'all gonna blame.
You did good,
Friday.
That was beautiful.
Y'all just gonna blame men for everything. Y'all blame men for everything. Lord, let me mute Friday. We got some background noise coming from you. 508-924. Somebody out there know the truth. Somebody out there gonna call in and we're gonna talk about the truth this morning. Because y'all, man, 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Asking the question, Who is the best liar? Is it men or is it women? Now, y'all give us a call. 508-924-3521. 508. One more time. 508-924-3521. Some of y'all have to know what it is. Some of y'all know these women. What these women be lying now? These women be lying. And Mr. Hicks, I'm shocked. I'm shocked at you, Mr. Hicks. I'm shocked, brother. I'm shocked.
It's scripture.
I'm shocked,
it's
man.
Scriptural. I gave you my basis from the foundation of the world. This transgression that in its reaching out in our spirituality, see the spirituality behind it. That in that incident, there was a sentence leveled on the man. What was it? The work, sweat of your brow, thistles. The woman, you're gonna travail in childbirth, and you're gonna have to leave this man because you got the baby that don't get up like ducks and the deers and stuff pop out and start walking around. That baby got to be taken care of for a whole lot of years. She can't do it. He's got to protect her. And then the servant, because you did this stuff, you're gonna crawl on your belly, and I'm gonna put some enmity between thy seed and her seed, and you're gonna be crushed by it. That's the foundation of this world.
Mm-hmm.
But so men wrote the books. They wrote the books. It was a slant. Obviously, the slant that crippled the spirituality, because behind all of these movements in the early stages, the women behind Yeshua, Jesus, that supported his ministry.
Mm-hmm.
They felt the love that he expressed was a feminine love, was giving your enemy and praying for those who mistreat you. These were things that the women had been doing from all the time. Praying for her husband, even though he just beat her up. Praying for her, even though he didn't bring the paycheck home. And if she lies, she's got to lie to the kids. Where daddy at? Daddy's working, baby. Daddy working. So her, it wasn't white lies. It's almost like a lot of times silence could be a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the lies that men spread.
Now, let me ask you this question. Now, I want to hear your heart. Was it woman created to be man's helpmeet?
Yes.
Okay. So if that be the case, why does if you look at the biblical, if we go biblical or go throughout history, a lot of great men, their fall came from the lead of a woman, right?
Give me an example.
Adam and Eve, Samson and Goliath. I mean, I could go. I could go on and on.
Not Goliath.
I could go.
I see your point. Yeah.
I could go.
Joseph.
Come on, Tucson. Come on, Tucson. Go on and on. We could go on and on with this. Now, so if she's supposed to be his helpmeet, why has she always been the demise? Why has she always been the destruction of the man, or led to the destruction of a man? Is she supposed to be his helpmeet?
Well, she helps him meet his obligation, and the first obligation is be fruitful and multiply. She helps him meet his obligation while they go out there.
No. Mr. Hicks, no. They ain't got nothing to do with what I asked you now. They ain't got nothing to do with what I asked you now. No, now you're diverting from what I asked you.
Okay, ask me.
Okay.
Let me listen.
The woman has always there's history that states that the woman has been the demise of a lot of great men. The woman has been their downfall. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Why? If she's supposed to be his helpmeet, why is she helping him find his destruction? That's not what she was designed to do. God laid Adam down, cut out his seventh rib, and from that rib made Eve, and say, he looked at it and said, you're good, you're going to be his helpmeet. So why in the world did she end up being his demise, downfall, if you will?
I guess it's like looking at a crime scene, right?
Uh-oh.
You look at the crime scene. No, I'm gonna ask you a question. A bit from my heart, bro.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I want it. Yes, sir.
You see a crime scene. You see a crime. You don't see all the things that led into it.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes took months or took years in developing it. a relationship.
Mhm.
Whatever it was, Samson showed. Whatever it was, Samson just flipped because he lied. He tricked up a couple times. He tried things that didn't work, and finally he got caught up in a weak spot, and he told the truth.
Mhm.
That it's the hair. I think that going on in the heart of Samson was a whole lot of conflicts about his mission as a judge. He straddled the fence. No, he knew just from what he was instructed. He wasn't going to be doing that with no Bathsheba, whoever that was over there. He wasn't going to be doing that. He's supposed to keep it in the tribe, maybe a cousin, to keep the stuff going. But in all these incidents, there's a spiritual thing behind it, because man was given that leadership role from the first because he had to. The woman just couldn't do it. She had babies. She had a bunch of babies. Then the more babies you had, the more land you had, the more sheep you could get. So she was helping meet his responsibility to the Creator by taking care of those babies and raising those babies and being a virtuous woman. But when you check out all these men that the women deceive them, when you check their characters, you can see flaws in their character that led to that. Well, that's how I always looked at it.
See, again, we're gonna flip this thing and turn it. We're gonna find us a way to make the man wrong. We're gonna find us a way to make the man wrong. Let me go to Navy. Navy, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm good, I think. I don't know what I'm out there though. How y'all doing this morning?
Hey, doing good. Now I want to hear your whole heart. Navy, I want to hear your whole heart. And I want you to be totally transparent when you answer this question, okay?
Okay.
I need that now. I need that right now. All right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Who is the best liars, men or women?
The best liars?
Yes. I like the fact that you're thinking about it. I like the fact that you're thinking about it. You ain't just give me no snap out answer. You're thinking about it. I like that. Think about it for a second.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out where the question came from. That's why I'm pausing. But
he drank it last night.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I feel like I don't know if there is a best liar. I just feel like y'all lie more.
No, Navy.
I feel like men lie more. Yeah. Mr. Rahim, I'm just saying, y'all lie for some of the dumbest stuff, and you don't even have to lie. Like, just keep it above.
So basically,
I'm not
what you
saying
said
that women don't lie. Clearly, women lie. We're all capable of lying. I just feel like men have a tendency to lie more. I think that people may feel like women are the best liars because I feel like we are the scapegoat for most lies.
So let me ask you this question: Do y'all construct y'all liars better than we do?
Construct the lie?
Yeah. Do y'all plan it, have everything laid out, think about y'all lie, go into it knowing what a game plan? Do y'all have a game plan? When y'all lie, do y'all have a whole game plan? If this go wrong, we're gonna do this. If it's a 1st and 10, we're gonna do this. If it's a 2nd and 3, we're gonna do this.
Who is gonna put that much energy into a lie?
Women.
I'm just gonna keep it up with you. Like, I ain't got time to be doing all that. If I gotta do all of that, then I don't know. I just need to stop talking to you or whatever. Like, I got too much going on. I don't like I said, I don't know. Like, that's just too much energy that I got to spend trying to construct a lie. That's a whole part-time job.
Now let me ask you this: Have any one of your girlfriends ever asked you to cover them up when they were doing something wrong, doing some dirt? How do you ever ask you to cover them up, cover for them, or have you ever seen that happen? And they go in like it's a job. They gonna know. No, she was over here. She was over here. Yeah, we went over here. We went to McDonald's, and she got a this and this and this, and I got a this and this and this. Just lying.
Have I seen it done in other friend groups? Yes, but in my friend group, no. Like, I'm not going to involve anybody. If I am going to lie, if I'm going to lie, then I'm not going to involve anybody else in that lie because 1, I got to remember what I said. 2, I got to remember who I told you I said it to. 3, I got to remember like the construct of it, and that's just too much. Call me lazy, I don't know, but I just don't have time for it. And my friends are not going to involve me. We're going to hold each other accountable. Now, if you want to just go do something, now, have I been that friend to be like, girl, we finna go do this, that, and the third? I'm going to try to be the voice of reasoning, but I'm going to be like, okay, I'm down for it. And whenever he acts, okay, this is where we was. Matter of fact, she go take the recording and the picture and send it to her. But no, they're not going to involve me in their lie, and I'm not going to involve them in their lie. But most of the time, we just go hold each other accountable and keep it a book. Like, that's just too much energy. That's too much energy.
So basically, what I'm hearing you say, and I got another call. I got a couple of people I definitely want to go to Cassandra. So basically, what I'm hearing you say is y'all will lie to cover up for each other.
Nah, Mr. Ray, I didn't say that. I said that I said, are there ladies out there that will do that? Of course, they're human. We're human. It's not even about like male or female. Like, we will both lie. But you asked me about my group. My group we're not gonna do that. All of us have too much to lose to even like involve anybody else. Like, nah, we're just not gonna do that. I'm gonna hold you accountable. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. I believe I got some help. I believe I just got some help. I believe I just got some help because y'all trying to make the men out to be the bad guy, and we do all the lying. We do most of the lying. We dirty with that lie. Y'all been saying that, and I believe I just got some help. Rico.
What's happening, man?
How you doing this morning? I believe
man, I'm gonna get finished with this walk, man. I got started, but I had to take me a break, man. My hands started feeling like ice.
Good Lord. Yes, sir. It's
cold out there, 30 degrees, man. But what's going on?
Rico, look at here, man. Look at here. Now, Rico, I'm just gonna say it like that. Rico. All right, here we go. Rico. I listen, man. Who are the best liars, men or women?
Well,
oh Lord,
based off the question you asked. Based off the question you asked.
Don't do it, Rico.
I'm gonna go with women.
Oh, my man.
I'm gonna go with women.
Oh, there you go.
Now, I heard the comment. I'm not gonna base this off my friends. I'm not gonna base this off of anybody on here. I'm just gonna speak in general, because if we can admit that both sides do it, we can also admit that there might be one side that does it a little bit more often. Even though they might not be in our circle, we know some shiesty men and women.
Yeah.
Now, I know more women that know that women lying about who the baby daddy is. And the friends know too.
Come on.
More than the daddies and the daddy's friends. Oh man, don't say we don't know. Don't say we don't know. Family members, mamas and grandmamas and everybody know that girl need to quit lying on that man. Girl,
come on.
She know that ain't that man. We know it. And that's one of the biggest lies. And so, I think really and truly it goes, the people that lie the most are probably the ones that have, I would say to me, the most entitlement or the ones that probably have the most advantage or benefit of doubt. I know a lot of women that lie about child support and a lot of get government assistance. I don't think too many men can lie about that. I mean, it's just so many. I'll put it to you this way. How many women take at least 45 minutes? I ain't talking about taking showers and bathing in the regular hygiene thing, but how many women take over 45 minutes getting themselves together? I'm putting that in quotation marks. Getting themselves together before they go out in public. Especially when they want to attract somebody of the opposite. They just want to make sure they're looking fabulous. We got to make sure we looking good. We got the good image. Exactly. So I want to know how many women go through the process of doing that makeover every morning.
And
that's a whole lie, boy. I'll tell you, boy. Some of these women walk around, they take that makeup off, you don't know who it is. I had one walk up to me in the store one day. Hey, Rico, I was looking like, who is this? Man, you don't learn. You don't set up there. This somebody else. You don't set up when you don't know who they is. You don't remember. Man, I was like, I mean, did I really mess with this woman or something? I didn't know who she was. She just acted like she knew me. Then she was like, oh, do I look that different? We was just around each other Saturday night, and I realized it was my friend wife. I was like, oh my goodness.
Mm.
I didn't realize who she was.
Wow. Wow. See, because
That's
because
a
of the lie. Because of the lie. Because of the lie. Come on. Come on, Rico. Man, Rico, you my dog, man. You my dog. Good man. Look here. Cassandra. Talk to me, Cassandra. Where you at? Cassandra? Don't get shy on me now.
Man, I'm not tired. Y'all like made up stuff and so I'm moving over and don't come on there and just what you y'all just make up stuff on me. I'm out there and I'm on the train. I can't say what I want to say. But y'all need to stop lying on women, boy. Woo, Rico.
But Cassandra, you got to admit now, a lot of time the women, they by the time they go to bed at night, they got a whole dresser full of all kind of stuff that they done put on to make themselves look better. Oh, this padding, this and all kind of stuff. And you take it off and you look at them, they don't look the same that they looked when they was in the club. They don't lie to us. They don't lie to us, making us think that they beautiful. Not beautiful, but beautiful. And man, Lord Jesus. Go ahead, Cassandra. I'm gonna stop right. I think I better stop right there.
No, you'll stop right there. Okay, this is the question. Why do we do it? Hello, somebody. Why do women do that? Why?
Truth of the matter, to compete against another woman because they want the man's attention. It's a competition between between women.
Not to compete to look good for him. So that's why she does it.
Mm-hmm. So there's a reason why she lied.
Oh my God, that is horrible. That is not my eye.
Cassandra, today Thursday. Well, we got one more day. Today is Thursday. I'm having a good time this day. I'm enjoying myself today. I'm gonna tell you.
Go next?
Go ahead, Batch. Go ahead.
Hey, I hate to bust in, but I can't wait till you get back around to me because I got another one to throw out there, man. Ooh, I got another one to throw out there.
There you go. We coming back to you. Go ahead, Badger.
So I heard Donald bring up Samson and Delilah, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lords of the Palestines came to her and said, the men gave her a job to do.
Again.
And she followed their orders.
Mm-hmm.
It's the verse, ain't it?
But see, Badger, and that,
but hold on,
hold on. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. But what I am gonna say is what I said earlier. You're gonna find every situation to turn it and flip it back and make it the man's fault. I don't care what it is. Whatever the situation, you might say, well, she was wrong for this, but the man did, and you're gonna flip it right back to make it you're gonna put it in the man's alley, you're gonna put it in the man's lap. It's his fault.
So it was her choice to say no, right?
Go ahead.
Was it?
It was.
Then wouldn't it also be Adam's choice to say no? If you're going to say that for Delilah, why can't you hold that same rule for Adam?
My thing is this right here. My thing is right here, and this is gonna bring this thing together. Eve, who did, and I'm asking this question: who did Satan tempt? He didn't tempt Adam. He tempted Eve, and because of the fact that he deceived Eve, she in turn poured Adam into it. So what Satan did, he went to quote unquote. I hate to use this terminology, y'all. Please forgive me, but he said Satan went to the weaker vessel and he pulled her in. And when he pulled her in, she in turn pulled Adam in. So my thing is this right here: the first line of destruction. The first line of if we're gonna deal with the destruction, let's deal with the whole destruction. The first line of destruction was with Eve, because she's the one that Satan, Lucifer, and deceived and convinced to do the act that she performed, and then she pulled him in. And so we again, like I say, we have to be real careful, because we saying responsibility and we saying these different things, but we want to put the responsibility in one person's lap and not the other. Now, was Adam wrong? Absolutely. I would never say that he was not wrong. I never say that. I would never say that. But I know where did it start though? In order for us to run 1,000 miles, we got to first take one step. What was that first step taken at?
So, and here's my thing. Most of the time, aside from some males, I brought up the usage of Samson and Delilah was used, but the way it was presented was it was her. There was no talk that it was men that sent her. Why? Why was it presented specifically on the female and not add the other part, the whole story? Why was the narrative pushed toward the woman only?
That goes back to what you said earlier, and what I said to you earlier as well. I said it's choice. Like I said earlier, a woman have a choice whether she called another woman the B word.
You missed my point.
No, I think I don't think I
did. Okay, so when Donald brought it up, he brought up the Samson and Delilah, right?
Yes, he did.
And said that, it was woman that caused his downfall. I'm not going to disagree with that part. However, why didn't he also add in that it was the men of the Palestinians, that she was a Palestine? I might be pronouncing that wrong. Palestine. That told her to do this.
Okay. Well, Tucson, he actually he's at work. He hung up, so hopefully he'll call back in a few minutes. I'll let him address that question for you, and you can ask him directly, because I don't want to speak for him, because he probably had his own ideology as to where he was going when he said that. So hopefully Tucson's gonna call back in a few minutes, and when he does, I'll let you address that question to him. But right now, let me go to Willa.
Hey, Raheem, good morning.
Good morning, Willa. How you doing this morning?
I am doing awesome, Raheem. Good morning, Morning Glow.
Good morning. You've been listening to the conversation? I know you've been listening.
I tell you, that's why I'm on early now, because you had me calling in. I had to disrupt something else so I could call in. It was so good.
I need to hear your heart, and we got to go to Rico, because he said he got another example for us, but I want to hear your heart first. Now, who is the best liars, men or women?
Well, the best liars are women, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Come on, Willa.
I'm gonna tell you why. The best liars are women, because of the fact that you men fall for that lie every day. Every day you're falling for it. Because if we wasn't the best liar, then you wouldn't mess up your home. Wouldn't mess up your job.
Come on.
Your bank accounts would be a lot more. So if we wasn't the best liars, then you would stop falling for it, because you fall for it every day.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Now I say line and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. And you said one thing that I wanted to clarify. See, men are supposed to be the stronger vessels, but God made us your helpmeet.
Yes.
He made us your helpmeet, because there are some things where you're going to be weak at, and we're supposed to help you, not take over. But for some reason, it's gotten that we have to take those positions because you're so weak in so many areas. And mind you, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Here we go. Now, the enemy did go after the woman. You said she was the weaker vessel, but in reality, she was the strongest one, because he knew that she would be able to convince the man to be disobedient to the very God that told him not to. Because like Just Badger said, we got a choice to make. You got a free will to choose to do or not do. And guess what? She convinces you every day to do something you don't want to do.
Yeah, men are supposed to be the protectors, right?
See, again, you see how he just did that? Always want to put it right back, regardless of what anybody say. Badger's gonna turn that thing around and make the man the bad person, and the woman that little angel ain't never done nothing.
No, that ain't what I'm saying.
Look, she's so innocent because she's a victim. She's a victim. You got to understand, she's a victim. She's just a victim. Don't try to victimize the victim. That's just how I feel about you. You know, it's okay, brother. You got your opinion, and I respect that. Let me keep this thing going. Let me go to Navy right now. Navy, what's on your heart? Talk to me, sis. Now, Willa came in with Willa. Well, Willa came with it. Navy, talk to me. Come on, Navy.
Okay. I had to step away from the phone a little bit, so I don't know where we at, y'all.
Willa just called in and she said that women are the greatest liars, are the best liars, because you know y'all done all this stuff, broke up homes and empty men bank accounts and all kind of stuff. She said, man, y'all say women are the best liars. Y'all get now you got to admit, now she got a point. Now she got a point.
Okay, and the swindler wasn't a woman though. Like who is that? The Tinder swindler? I mean, that goes on both parts. And again, I'm gonna go back to what I originally said, which was that women are. I feel like that's like most of the time women are a scapegoat, because yes, the woman is the one that you see that's being blamed for breaking up their home or draining the bank account or whatever the case may be. And if that woman had to lie, because she had to lie or take on the lie from the man that was just like, you better not tell.
Now let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Well, Navy, let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you this question. Now you say that the women are blamed. Now, if my bank account is empty, now, Mr. Hicks, I know you're gonna laugh at this. If my bank account is empty and I walk around the corner and I look and you got that money in your hand, who am I gonna blame? You got my money. You got my money. Get my money back.
And if the shoe was on the other foot, like I don't think there is a clear-cut answer to this. We both lied. Mm-hmm. We both deceived. We both are capable of every single thing. We both, Rico mentioned about the women wearing makeup. Y'all hat fishing too. Y'all wearing almost as many lace fronts as we are. Y'all getting whole beard transplants and stuff. Y'all going to Dr. Miami just as much as we are. So it's both. Both of us do it. There's no one clear cut of who does it better, who does it worse, or whoever. We both do it. I think it just depends on that individual and the circumstances around it. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, we ain't the only one that's highlighting and contouring either. We ain't the only one going to Dr. Miami, and we definitely ain't the only one wearing lace fronts nowadays.
So two wrongs never make a right. Ain't that what they say? Y'all.
No, they don't. But somehow they end up in a square somewhere.
We got right here. I got a butt in.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
One man compared to every 20 women that got lace fronts do not count as equal.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
1 to 20, Rico. Y'all must not be.
And you know it ain't that many men out here doing it as many women. It ain't as many men doing it. And now this is what I have yet to see though. I have yet to see a man come to a woman and say, "This baby yours," and it ain't hers. Uh-oh.
Now we know biologically now, Rico. Now I get what you're saying, but biologically now, well, then again.
Now the question was just about the biggest liars. So we're gonna talk about all the different ways that the lies can come and how big they can be. And a man can't tell some lies. I don't know too many men going to get BBLs, but I can see a waiting room full of women. Some of them risking their lives, going over, trying to come back, and like Raheem said earlier, it ain't for what we want, because we already said that a majority of us don't like it. They looking all out of shape and out of whack, but they competing with each other.
Exactly. Yep.
To put that lie out in that image, that this, and some of them don't even care it's BBL, so they ain't lying. We might not be able to use BBL for an example, but that makeup, that face beat, that 2-hour makeup tutorial that everybody does every morning. Oh man, that whole mask is a lie. So I mean, you know, I don't think too many men can get up and really disguise themselves or transform themselves unless they're trying to turn into, you know, LGBTQ or something. I don't know too many regular men that do that. No. You know, so I mean, it's a logical thing. This conversation we're having, you know, when we talk about Adam and Eve, we got to put the human perspective to that. Eve had a natural value to her that nobody of a man shouldn't, but nobody else could give to him. Even God couldn't give it to him, that ecstasy, that orgasm, that climax. So, you know, I think that big influence, you know what I'm saying, if we really think about the value of a woman and what type of power would make a man go and go against the word of God or go against the grain. That's that power. It's been known from the beginning of time that women have that influence just from that natural thing between their legs. And I hate to put it that way, but, you know, a man ain't supposed to get that from another man, but, you know, could God do that? You know, it had to be something that she brought to the table that made her have a major influence on him to go against the word of God. Think about it. And then think about the same thing that make men fall weak right now about a woman. It ain't just her companionship.
Come on.
You nailed it.
Good deal.
You nailed it, Rico.
Can I stick in?
Go ahead, Mr. Hicks. I'm wondering where you gonna go right now, Mr. Hicks. I really am. I'm wondering.
Obviously, I was listening to the stick. I didn't want to burn it. I was waiting for it to go around. But when going back to the Adam and Eve, the origins, where the foundation was established. I've been reading a thesis by one of those greats. I can't remember his name. Back in the 15th or 16th century, but he had this approach to the thing that he said that Adam, the first Adam, was a prototype of the second Adam. That's what Jesus the Christ was called, the second Adam. That it wasn't a matter of lust that made him take the fruit. He looked at Eve in her state and out of empathy. And this is what men would do with a woman, that even though they make a mistake, he couldn't redeem her, but he could join her, go down with her, and try to pull her back. Until the second Adam came and had the ability to not just redeem the one sin, but all sin through the sacrifice, the perfect sacrifice of his body. But I think when I look at the modern screen of things, right, this is a personal kind of experience thing. One of my sons, right, going back when he was teenagers and stuff, called me down to the police station. He's down at the police station trying to figure out what it was. He's down there because he met a man that was dressed, had the clothes, had everything just like a woman. And, even in terms of men being the best liars, I think that I can almost spot a woman that's masculine, even with her dressed up with a suit and tie and all that. But a man is so good at his lie that he can mimic every behavior of a woman. He reflects it more perfect than a woman. And when you see him on YouTube, you see him putting on the makeup. If he a man in front of you, right, you start doing this stuff and putting this stuff all together and throwing his hair on and his voice change, and you look at that, you can't tell. He is a good liar.
But see, but let me say this to your point. Again, I like to deal with both sides of the coin. And there's a lot of young ladies out here that want a butch, that want to be men. And they cut their hair and do all kind of stuff and make themselves up. You have to look at them a couple of times, because if you're not careful, you'll think that's a dude. Hey, yo, bro, what's up? Then wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute now.
I agree. But you can pretty much, it's easy. They're not as good at it, even though they try to get that swagger. They try to get the swagger. But I'm saying, in my experience, just in my personal experience, I got a couple of them in the family line. I mean, I see pictures of him in his drag and his stuff, like you can't tell a thing about it. And even in his manner, even when he was a child, it was there. It was just in him. He was able to mimic that. Somewhere in his early development, he decided to mimic that element around him, which was a strong matriarch. My aunt was very strong. She ruled over her husband all her life. He was a good man, but she ruled. But I'm saying, and I guess in that sense, and more than any other reason, I think a man writing history. Man who wrote history, he wrote lies. He's good at it. He's good about all of the local events of our life. I mean, from everything, dug in political assassination, 9/11, all that stuff. He's good at lying. But see, I think, but on the other side of things, in personal kind of situations, I mean, I watched those fraternity court things. I just really trying to watch. And I watch how different people come there, how the different attitudes and spirit they come with. They listen to the judge and others, they're fighting, they're blaming. And then when it comes out, they're putting all that money on it. Then they sit there and everybody drop down, the baby ain't his, and the sadness. I guess what I'm saying is, we lie equally in our human, in one way or another. No more than the other. Even sometimes being silent is a lie.
Wow. Okay, I can agree with that. But like I say, well, when you was making the point about the man dressing up and like a woman, you know, there's a lot of women that, you know, they really dress up and cut their hair and get the, you know, get the face and all that, you know, and you look at it, and they dress it in a way, if you think that's a dude.
Yeah,
you think it's a dude.
But even in terms of women, we go back to the very origins of the believers. Israel and the set apart people wasn't aware that makeup and jewelry and all that stuff. You know, I came up through the Pentecostal holiness camp. My parents, I was ashamed of it then, but man, they kept a hat on their head. They kept their stuff covered, and they were strict about you couldn't. I mean, if you. The reason why men could get away to tell the lie that they're women, because women jump right back down to all the stuff that was makeup, eyeshadow, you know. So they tell that lie every day. But men do too.
Well, and like I say, we asked the question, who is the best liar, and I think it's still open for debate. We haven't came to a conclusion right now, but right now I want to go to Willow. Willow, what's on your heart? Talk to me.
You know what? I was so glad you came to me, Raheem, because you know what? I thought about the Kardashians. Jenner was so enticed with the lie, a house full of women, he wanted to become one.
Yep.
So the question is, who are better liars? And that's why I say we are. Because anytime you can convince a man who's supposed to be a man, who had children, that we're in a house full of beautiful women,
an Olympic
and
champion.
He had got so blind, he wanted to become one.
An Olympic champion.
That was just one.
Yeah. An Olympic champion at that.
Come on.
Say it.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on, Ben. Y'all ain't good liars sometimes, but I do understand what Rico's saying, how women lie every day about being the baby dad. They live 36 years taking care of baby that ain't there. And then find out it ain't. So come on now. Y'all got to admit, this ain't no power play. It's just real. It's just being real. You know, I know as a man, you don't want to look weak, but that ain't the point. Just like what Rico said. We got something about us that you want. You don't get dressed up every day to impress a man.
Yeah.
You get dressed up every day to try to impress me.
Exactly.
That's what's on my heart.
508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Phone lines are open. Give us a call. We're talking about who is the best liars, men or women. Ibrahim, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning.
Man, I need to hear your heart on this one, brother. Who is the best liars? Men? Yeah. We got one going this morning. Who's the best liars, men or women?
Women. Women will lie about anything. Women need to lie about the men, that all men want their body. Women lie they don't want no man. Because they don't want no man body, because they're not sexually attuned. Women will lie. They will put on makeup. They will talk about how men want them skinny women. And they be looking at them man with them big muscles and everything else. You know, women were told that they beautiful, that they ain't fat, they don't want to be no skinny woman. And the big women will stuff themselves looking like sausages in blouses that are 4 sizes too small, pants that are 6 sizes too small. And you see it, and it ain't like I'm making it up. You see it on the weekend. You see it every day. Women will come into church talking how religious they are. Their breasts be showing. Their legs be showing, their wings be falling off, and they fall on the floor, and everything be showing, talking about they got the spirit. You know, and it's that same big woman every day, every Sunday. That's you right there, right? You know, and talking about how spiritual Lord she is. We would talk about Muslim women, they talk about women from India because they cover up. They talk about the Orthodox Jewish women because they cover up. And they forget that their mothers and grandmothers used to cover up in church. And then they say, well, I'm so glad I can be naked and show men all my stuff because men, that's all they are, dogs. They want to see this, you know. if you call a man a dog, then what that make a woman?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Women will lie. Women will lie everything to make themselves feel good. I'm a single woman, and they did everything they could to be a single woman. And they want to show everybody how great they are being a single woman. You know what I mean? And how this, that, they don't need no man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's all men want is sex. Like, they don't want sex because, you know, because that's the lie that everybody tells. You know what I mean? And like I be hear women say that, and women to be saying that, but that's all men want. They want sex. They want this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the heck do I need that for? What the heck I need that I want? I don't need no queen. I don't need her. I need a real woman. You know what I mean? I need something that entices me. You know what I mean? I need something to go make me feel good. You know what I mean?
Now,
you know, I don't need that. I ain't that one. Excuse my language, but I'm throwing me in the corner.
Ibrahim, yeah, I'm throwing you. Look, Ibrahim, I'm throwing you in the corner right now, brother. Ibrahim, hold on, man. Ibrahim.
Okay. Okay, y'all probably.
Ibrahim, I just want to know, did you say 4 sizes too small? That's all I want to know.
Man, look here. All right, okay, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I'm
did you?
Here, but you know, I'm gonna give up. I'm back down.
Oh, Ibrahim said she put on some 4 sizes too small, looking like a Pillsbury. What do you say? Looking like a what?
A sausage busting out of the field. You know what I mean? I mean, they be showing their stomach, man. Stomach be hanging out their pants, and they be having their children next to them, and then you look at them, hey, nose all up in the air, like, you want this, you want this. You say, how do you want to say that? I've been over here crying. Oh my God, I'm over here crying, man. I'm over here crying, man. I'm over here crying. What y'all woman? They want this, lady. Let me see what and you do it for the platform, huh? Man, look here.
Ibrahim, stop, man. Ibrahim, stop, brothers. Ibrahim.
They be wearing the pants so short.
Lord, gee, look at this dude,
tight,
man.
You know,
look at this dude, y'all.
You know what you can see. I ain't gonna see it, but you can see it, right? And they got to look at me. He got the nerve to look at me. He can't get this, right? And he must want it so bad. Well, I need my dog.
Rico, what we gonna do with it? What we gonna do with it, man? Ibrahim. Where my mute button at? He ain't gonna stop. He ain't gonna stop, y'all. I have to put the mute button on it. I gotta put the mute button on it because he ain't gonna stop. He on the roll, bro. He on the roll. Ibrahim on the roll this morning. Ibrahim.
Oh man.
Go ahead, Rico. Go ahead, Rico. Curtis, I'm coming to you next, Curtis. Coming to you next, brother.
Man, hold up, man.
That's Ibrahim, brother.
Man, okay, I got something to say. Okay, he killed the dead, man. And Willow, man, me and you, man, we just connected somehow, man, because I use that Kardashian thing as an example all the time of how strong the Jezebel spirit is.
Mm-hmm.
I think them women some witches.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, man. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't really watch the show like that, but every now and then I caught episodes. And I can remember when his daughters were younger, he didn't want them to be like him. He was sort of disgusted with the whole situation. And they started trying to get them little girls to dress like the older ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim tried him. And he put his foot down. And they counseled him.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed that they viewed how nasty they was toward him. And they put the image out there. Bruce is just a meanie guy. We want to do this, but Bruce is always the spoiler. You know, they just made him look bad. And, you know, and after a while, they tried it again. Well, we're going to try to reach out to Bruce and invite him and include him in on this and that. And so they tried something, man, with these girls' outfits. And she thought Bruce was going to say something bad. Bruce looked and said, hey, I like it. It's a good idea. I said, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
They got him.
Yep.
Little by little, he wants to be a Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it with my own eyes. I said, man, they don't flip that man. They're going to show you the influence. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. He's a weak man. And he probably didn't have options. That's another thing, too, man. A lot of men don't like to hold women accountable when they don't have options because they're afraid if they lose that, they ain't going to get another one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so hard for them. They don't get the right attention. They don't know how to. It's so many reasons why they don't. Now I better hold on to this one and make sure I give her the benefit of the doubt. No, man, the truth is the truth. And you know, our women, I ain't gonna lie, they the first one to say the devil is a lie.
Yep.
And then right in the same breath, I had a conversation with a woman that said this. Man, this woman, I was interested in this woman. Six-figure woman, she had it going on strong. She done made herself, self-made. She good to go. And so she wanted to tell me what a man wants. So during one of our discussions, she told me that it was always best for a woman to fake it in bed because men have egos. And if they really knew the truth, that it would hurt them and it'd make them want to cheat or it'd make them depressed. I said, nah. I said, what you doing? I said, you creating a lose-lose situation. I said, you deceiving him. I said, because a lot of dudes believe it. I said, but if you make a dude think that he's doing this, that good in that small amount of time and you ain't getting yours out of it, you might need to let him know, because men, our egos we don't want to know that we are laying down with you and you not getting it. I said, it's best for you to tell him.
Yep.
And so I thought about it. She told me, nah. It's best for us to fake it. It's best for us to fake it. I said, but how are we going to ever know that we need to put in more work? If you going back telling all your girlfriends how you fool him. I said, what y'all doing, y'all getting the kick out of deceiving him and him getting up, rubbing his chest like he's Superman, when really truly you shaking your head like that was pitiful. And you said that this is cool. So then I seen a Breakfast Club interview and the little light-skinned dude on there. His wife came out on social media in front of everybody and admitted that she faked it with him for 10 years.
Wow.
And he didn't have a clue.
He thought he didn't have
a clue.
Thought he was the man. Put it down.
He was the man. Big Daddy. Ooh, Daddy. He ain't been doing nothing. He thought he was the man.
Exactly.
So now he got to think, if he ain't no sucker,
30 seconds.
He got to think, has she really been going 10 years without making sure that somebody been getting her right?
Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Curtis, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey, what up?
Curtis, we're asking a question, man. Who is the best liars, men or women? Come on, brother.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, lies a lie. Anybody?
Well, yeah, but I'm asking the question. But the question is a little different. I'm asking, who is the best liars? Is it the man or the woman?
Well, oh, man, I don't want to answer that.
Huh?
I don't want to answer that, man.
You don't want to answer it?
What? No, I don't want to answer that, but women.
He said, I don't want to answer that, but women. I don't want to answer that question at all, women. But I'm not going to answer that question. Okay, what you say, women? Why you say women, brother?
I mean, look at, they have to lie. A lot of times we put them in a position where they just have to lie.
And how do we do that?
And most times they put themselves in a position that they have to buy their own lie, which to me is even more crazy. Because you lying and you know you lying. And it's causing you interpersonal discomfort that you lying. You know, I say that a lot of times we put them in a position that they have to lie, you know, based off of how we tend to govern how we deal with them. Like, you know, it's like if you look at social media now, man, like, you know, you got women that will get dressed in the most lewdest of outfits. Take these pictures And then I've seen it, get upset or get rude if somebody comment saying, saying something sexual, or get upset and rude with that person, right? But my thing is, you post a picture that is sexually seductive. You post a picture that has sexual content or could subliminally send a sexual message, and then get upset when you get a sexual message back. But the truth told that we have perpetuated that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we have created this element of this is what we want to see. So if you're perpetuating that, and this woman buy into that, I think we aiding and assisting. It's like me sitting in the car while you go in and rob the bank. I know you going in there to rob the bank. I didn't pull off. No, I waited for you to come out, jump in the car. They get behind us, police pull us over. We get caught. And I say, well, no, I ain't robbed the bank, so I ain't guilty. No, dummy, you drove the car that robbed the bank. Yeah. So, I think sometimes women are good at it, sometimes women are bad at it. My daddy used to tell me, man, if you don't get to know your lady, he used to say, a lady can mess around on a man for 30 years, he'll never know.
Yeah, exactly.
That 30 years.
Wow. Let me keep this thing going. Give me 1 second. Let me go. We got another caller. Hold on. I'm trying to adjust my camera here. We got somebody just called in. Who we got here? Cassandra back with us. Cassandra, what's on your heart? Cassandra, you there? Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem, and Morning Glow family.
Man, listen, Leonard, I'm trying to ask a question. I want to hear your whole heart on this thing, man. Complicated question, yet very simple. Who is the best liars, men or women?
I don't think it got nothing to do with being a man or a woman, but it definitely has to rely on being a good liar, and you have the desire to do so. Anybody can be a good liar. This notion that one lies more than the other or whatever is foolishness. Lies are lies. The people who practice them the most do it the best.
And who would that be?
Those with the desire to do so.
That's real clever, but you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one, brother. Take a stance.
Somebody will easily say, women lie worse than men or whatever. What about that old evil, wicked white man?
So would you say, with that being said, would you say that it is men?
No.
I want you to pick a side, brother. I want you to pick a side. No, I want you to pick a side.
Those who have a desire to do so are the best at it.
And who would that be?
Think about it. There are people who lie for a living.
You talking about politicians?
I'm not talking about politics. There are people who lie for a living. What part of that did you get politician out of?
Because those are the people that lie for a living.
Those are the people who you believe lie for a living. See how that conversation is real convoluted? Because one, you lump all politicians together and call them liars. because that's the perception people have.
Okay,
it's not true.
But my thing is right here: if a person were to say that men lie more than women, is that their perception as well?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all their perception.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of folks, they'll sit and they'll lie to the side that they want to be on or associated with.
Mm-hmm.
So you got men who sit there and say, well, it's women. And you got women sit there, it's men. Those people have other perceptions and other biases that contribute to their opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's your opinion, but like I said, I would have loved to have had you to say, pick one side and say, who do you think it is that lies more than the other? Truth, fact, both of them lie, but that wasn't the question I asked you. I said, which one lies more? Which is the best liars? But we're gonna keep this thing going. Let me see here. Let me go to Badger. Badger, what's on your heart, brother?
Hey, Raheem, if anybody say they know, they lying.
That's slick, bro. You Crisco, you Crisco slick, brother. You Crisco slick. But go ahead on, Badger. What's on your heart?
It's a lot to think about with all the stuff that's being said today.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very beginning, I said women lie more due to a lot of the situations that they are put in due to men. The more I've been listening and things like that, it's 50-50.
Okay.
Depending on situations, depending on if one wants to do those things, that's what's going to drive it. Like I brought up earlier, the perception of Samson and Delilah. Depending on how you word it and present it, can push one narrative or another. The way you present Adam and Eve can push one narrative one way or another. And when pushing a narrative, is that a lie? And every time you ask me these questions like that, I do my best to explain that a lot of it comes from a lot of the white folks have been around more than anybody else. Unfortunately, because it's a lot of toxic teachings that we have to overcome and to get rid of.
Okay.
So these topics are, well, not to me, because it's simple. All of these things are truly simple. By one phrase: be responsible for yourself and to others. And if your brain wants to overcomplicate that,
is it that simple to get there? With what you just said, and I agree with you. I have to say I do agree with you. Be responsible for yourself. But my thing is it really that simple?
And to others.
And to others.
You can't leave that out.
Is it really that simple?
Yes.
Well, then why is it so complicated?
Well, it's not complicated for those of us that follow that, because we don't let other men or women control us.
But not everybody follow that, and that's why I say, why is it so complicated? Because if that be the case, and if it was that simple, then everybody was doing it, half the issues that we have wouldn't be issues.
Well,
so again, I asked, why is it so complicated?
Why are we this discussion that we've had today, right? On who lies more. And yet, Leonard came on and shared his point of view that it's 50-50, and it depends on the person, it depends on who practices it, and so on, right? And yet you're trying to force him to pick one or the other.
No, because the conversation is based on the question, and the question is who lies more than other men or women. It's not that question is not an open question where you could just stay in the middle. It's asking a specific question and looking for a specific answer. Was I trying to force him? What I was trying to get him to do is say which one he thought, because the question deemed an answer, and the question to the answer would be male or female. And so
my
when you
question
say I
to
try,
you,
when you say
we're
I try,
talking about
hold on. When you say I
simplicity.
try to, when you say I try to force him into that, no, what I was trying to force him to do was answer the question: man, who lies more, men or men or women? That's what I
So
was trying to.
were you being responsible to him
Absolutely.
by trying to make him choose?
Again, you say I try to make him choose. I did not try to make him choose, Badger.
But you're saying the question does, right?
The question itself does. I was not trying to make him do anything. What I was trying to make him or get him to do, not even make, I can't make anybody do anything anyway. What I was trying to get him to do was answer the question. And the question is a real simple one. Who lies more, men or female? And to say both across the board, now you're not answering the question, because the question was who lies more, men or female?
Why can't it be both?
That's not my question, Badger. That's not the question I asked. See, I don't know what.
Why can't both be an answer?
Badger, listen to the question, brother. And the question is not a both answer. There's not a both to that answer to that question.
So there's a narrative.
Badger, okay, stay right there, Badger. I'm gonna move on to somebody else, brother, because you ain't, for whatever reason, you don't want to understand what I'm saying. For whatever reason, you don't want to understand what I'm saying.
Welcome to autism, dude.
The question. No, we're not
it's
gonna.
Not logical to me.
Okay.
What you're asking is not logical to my autistic brain.
Badger. Okay, let me do K.
Put him in the corner. Put him in the corner.
Exactly. Let me see. K with an E. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning? K with an E. K, are you there? You're in that doggone mute button. I know what's going on right now. I know what's going on. Okay, you can't find that mute button. It's right there.
He probably laughing too.
Yeah. Okay, let me go to Mary. Mary, good morning, Mary. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Mary, I want to ask you a question. Who lies more, men or women?
Can't answer that question there.
You can't answer that one?
I'm not a man, so I don't know y'all's mind.
But you know lies, though. You know a lie when you see a lie now. You know a lie when you see a lie. You know a lie.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I feel like you.
Well, who done lied to who done lied to you the most that you know of, that you've been proven through most of your life? If you had to put on the average of this time, this was a woman lied, this time, how many times, or who has done the predominant predominant lie to you?
Well, that's the thing. I would have to be honest and say women, but I'm around women. Like I'm not around a lot of men growing up. Unless it was an uncle or my parents, y'all didn't allow me to be around men like that. I didn't have a lot of male friends growing up. I was around females all the time. So I would have to say women because that was my environment.
Okay.
But I feel like, I don't know, because there's certain things a woman will lie about that you will never find the truth out. You know, like a woman can cheat and love you like she never loved nobody else, and you will never know. Men are sloppy with it, so men are sloppy. Men are sloppy and girls are catty. So
hey Mary, talk directly to your phone. You're a little bit low. Mary, talk directly to your phone. You're just a little bit low, baby. Talk directly into your phone for me.
So can you hear me better now?
Much better.
Yes, that's even louder. Preaching louder.
So if God forbid, usually when a male is in a relationship and he cheats and maybe the side chick is around or whatever, she's gonna make that known. She's gonna do small things to make it known that, sweetheart, he's mine too. But a man will not care. I was talking to a man actually today. And he was like, before I was with the girl I'm with now, and this is a girl he wants to marry, he was like, before I was with her, I was fine with being the side because I don't got to do nothing. I just have to, I show up when you want me to show up. We'll have sex, we'll do whatever, and then I don't got to worry about you texting me because I don't have to respond to you. So men don't care about that. That's fine. He's like, I was like, you don't see nothing wrong with that. He's like, no, I don't got no loyalty to the man. Like, I don't care. She coming to me, I don't come to her. So I was like, oh, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. So I feel like it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about cheating all day and night, women will a lot more. And because I think we can get away with it. It's just you do what you think you can get away with. That's the whole game of it. Like, I'm not gonna do something that I know I'm gonna get caught up with because that's a waste of my time. There's no thrill in that. But if I know I can get away with it, I might test the waters. So I think it depends on the situation. I would have to have a more direct situation to say. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say women because that's who I was around to answer the question at hand. But I feel like it depends on the situation personally. Because a woman, if you're talking about children, maybe men, because I don't know, women are nurturing in my opinion. So I don't know.
Okay.
But I would have to go with women based off the environment I was put in growing up.
Exactly. Okay. That's
I changed
good.
my vote. I changed my position.
You changed your position. Now, who is that? Who are they talking right now?
Mr. Hicks.
Mr. Hicks.
I changed my position. She convinced me. She convinced me. She made me remember things I was trying to forget. But she called it. She called it like she called. I had two sisters, and I forgot all of that. I had 5 girls. I forgot about what I went through trying to track their silence and the ability. I mean, you see them through the eyes of love, right? And you want to believe them that it's, man, shoot, I can't read them still. But I was going to come in with talk about that thing about the Kardashians and how good a man can lie, because not only did he change his sex and do all that stuff right in front of our eyes, he was voted the woman of the year.
Exactly. Wow. Now,
if that's not lying and convincing, boy, he convinced the whole world that he was not only that, he was the woman of the year.
Wow.
He beat out all other women.
Lord Jesus.
But Mary convinced me, Mary. I changed my position. You're right.
See,
you're so right.
And see, I feel bad now. I feel bad now. Mr. Hicks, I feel bad now because I've been trying this whole broadcast to change your opinion, and then she come in here in 2 minutes and she only had 3 minutes to talk.
She got me.
Hey, Brian, I just thought about it. You see the power of a woman influence, because we've been saying the same thing.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. See,
to hear the same thing we've been saying, man.
Exactly.
Tell me that ain't easy time.
See, that's my point, Rico, right there. That's why I say I feel bad. I've been saying the same thing the whole podcast, and then here you come. My daughter come in here.
She said it different, y'all. She said it different.
Oh Lord, Kate! Look, Kate found her mute button, y'all. Kate found her mute button. But go ahead, Mr. Hicks.
She just said it different. That's all. But that question you asked: do men lie more than women? Better than women?
No. I say who's the best liars, men or women?
Okay, men lie, and like somebody said, they push a woman to lie. Because when a woman is lied to, that's the last thing a man want to do, is have a woman to lie to him. Because anything a man do, a woman do it better.
Now see, now you taking this conversation a whole different direction. Now see, K with an E, K with an E. That's all I'm gonna say. K with an E. I'm
just keeping it real. Ain't nobody can't tell me the things. I tell a man quick. You could cheat and do all kind of stuff. A woman can cheat and they won't come back home. You'll never know unless she tell you. Anything a man do, if that woman is righteous, she gonna do it better.
That's true.
It's true. Because if you lie, if a man lie, a woman can sell a lot of it. The best lawyers are women, because we lie so much better. It just is what it is. A man will get lost in his pride in the fact that you won't believe him, and then he want to fight about it. A woman, okay, I'll talk to you and believe in me. I don't got to put my hands on you. Nothing. I got my mouth and it won't work. That's a woman will always lie better than a man. It is a fact. I don't care who fights about it. It is a fact. A woman will lie up and down, and you will never know until she get caught up. And it's not likely that woman gonna get caught up, because what a woman will do is dot all her eyes, off her teeth, so that lie can get sold.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
We need to go ahead and get her a pen and a pad, and write her book, Think Like a Woman. She needs to be the counter to Steve Harvey and that garbage he did, because she is dropping some gems right now. Tell her truth. She sure is. Tell her truth.
Hold on. Let me go. Hold on, everybody, hold on. Everybody, hold on. I gotta go to this fella here. He been holding on for a minute. I gotta go back to him. Ibrahim, talk to me, brother.
Well, now you know.
Oh Lord, here we go, y'all.
When I was out there chatting around, you know, and I went up to New York. You know, I'm trying to pose, and I'm an old Southern boy from little old town and everything. And this beautiful Puerto Rican sister there, you know, with look dark shaded. She told me exactly what she wanted, man. She told me I want a man got a job. This is what I'm gonna do for that man, right? And I said, okay, you got him, right? And boy, you know what? She did live her part of the bargain. And then she said, well, you ain't what you told. I ain't tell you nothing. I just listen to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's where you go with somebody to tell a lie, see, and lying to you. All you got to do is just fill in the dots. You know, they tell you that's what they want, and they tell you, oh, baby, that's who you are and everything. And I'd be like, you know. And then after about 15, 20 minutes, right, I say, okay, now pay the man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy me doing all this work and you out there faking, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then, you know, you go, and then they see you going to somebody else and say, well, see, I did all this for you. Well, you didn't do it for me. You said you were faking. So, yeah, you enjoy it. So I'm going to somebody enjoy as much as I do. You know what I mean? So, you got to, one time, my wife caught me out there. She caught up on this girl. This girl had left evidence. Women, oh, and I tell you, I don't care who you with or how good you clean up yourself or clean up your truck or whatever. A woman gonna do something for your wife and your girl gonna go straight to it. Straight to it. Just like she was told that it's there. They don't even know you're 1,000 miles away. She leave one little thing that you miss an eyelash or something, that you will clean the whole truck up and everything. And then right there it is, right? And then she said, there you are, you cheating around, you cheating on this one with me. I said, well, what you mean? That ain't nothing. I'm cheating on about 20 women. Of course, I was telling the truth, but hey, she laughed all the night. You just think you something. You all this, that, and other thing. Well, I said, well, there it is right there. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. You know the lie. You know, you can exaggerate, make sure, but you know that's how we use it every day because they tell us the lie that we always told, and we want to believe it so that we go buy these cars, we go buy these clothes, we look a certain way, and women get off and get something that, you know, 5-sided too small or something like that, or talk about morality. You did this to me. You should have been more responsible. I said, well, you know, I can't get pregnant, so who should be responsible for that? You know, so you know, I tell it like it is, but everybody say you crazy, old man. You know, and but I tell you what though, I get by. I might not be the handsomest man, but I get by.
Now,
you know what I mean?
Now, Ibrahim, I'm gonna ask you a question. Ibrahim, I'm gonna ask you a question. Ibrahim, I'm gonna ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Ibrahim, you say people say you're crazy. Now, are you a little bit crazy, Ibrahim? Are you a little bit crazy, brother?
I'm crazy. Well, I'm crazy as a loon. One of my cousins over there last night, she was arguing about politics and everything, and telling me I'm looking at her this morning out of her mind, right? And then I started talking about, you know, giving a perspective on history. She didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I was talking to this military guy, and he talking about he trying to compare Khalid Muhammad and a bunch of other folks together, right? And Kane or something like this Kane and T.I. guy, and all this. I'm like, man, you don't know history, man. How you gonna put Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and Khalid Muhammad and all them together in one thing, right? They on different planets. They was on different, you know, different worlds, right? Oh, you know what you talking about? Oh, they got mad at me. Go call me out on it. So all you gotta do is read it right there in the book. Oh, you lie, you know, we don't want to hear what you got to say. And that's all you doing, speech. You know what I mean? We got y'all talking to speech. Y'all listen to us. I said, I listen to you and I hear everything you say. And I be trying to tell you wrong. You know, you like, okay, I said, all right. So I'm a liar, you know what I mean? You can tell what you want. I'm saying the same thing over and over again, and I can point to what I say. Obviously, the truth does need some focus and point you in the right direction. A lie, you can just say anything, and if you don't look at it, hell, it sounds like the truth. We hear that every day.
Good deal. Hold on, stay right there. Stay right there. So we got to keep it moving. We got to get your 3 minutes up. Hold on, don't you go nowhere. Don't you go nowhere. You stay right there. Captain, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Got a question, and it's real simple, but yet very complicated. But I need to hear your take on it. From your expertise in your life of living, who is the best liars, men or women?
Well, I really have never gave that a thought.
That's what we do here. We open up the minds. We open up the minds here. Make you think about things. Come on, Captain. Talk to me.
I think. All right. I think the question may be, who's the most convincing liar? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There is no question.
Mm-hmm.
We men lack the great ability to lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, men will lie, and I think, if we're lying, we're really lying more about ourselves than a situation. I think all of us lie. There's no question about it. I never measured who lies the most.
Mm-hmm.
But I think women are the most convincing liars. In other words, they have the great ability to deceive based upon their ability to seduce.
Mm-hmm.
So I think women are the greatest convincers of lies. I think men, we just not no great liars. Really,
Mm-hmm.
we're not. But I truthfully can't say who lied the most. I'm not no person whose life is a prayer book,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell every now and then a little white lie. But I can't tell you who lies the most. I just
Mm-hmm.
can tell you, in my humble opinion, really the most convincing liars is normally women.
Wow.
We men are very, very
Clumsy.
terrible liars. We're very terrible liars.
We clumsy. We clumsy
will
at
lie.
it. We clumsy at it.
Yeah, we very clumsy. Leave us alone, we'll tell on ourselves.
Exactly. Cassandra.
That's all I got to say.
I think if your wife put on something, your girl put on something, she said, "Do I look good in this?" And you want to tell the truth, what you gonna do? You gonna lie, baby? You look wonderful. You just spectacular. You gonna say, take that off, and when you throw it in the trash, and please don't go out with me looking like this. No, you can't say that. You gonna do the right thing.
Is that the right thing though? Is that the right thing? Because you have her walk around looking ridiculous, man. Is that the right thing? Should you tell her? Baby,
Well,
that's not the
know,
best.
We know this stroke. We know this stroke. Ain't no question about it. See, we stroke one another on this that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we know the stroke, and of course, again, it'd be a little white lie.
Mm-hmm.
But we know the stroke. I mean, is what we saying the truth? Of course not. It's being able to either boost somebody's ego, make them feel good, or give them some sense of worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I can't say it's an honest lie, but I remember my man said, "Yeah, I lie even when I tell the truth."
Wow.
So,
Wow. Exactly.
You lie even when you tell the truth.
There's a lot tied up in that thing. Let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra, you there? Cassandra, you there? Come on, Cassandra, talk to me, sis. What? Talk to me. Have you changed your mind?
Have I what?
About now? Do you believe that women lie more?
No. No, I still stick with men. It's historical because women didn't even have a voice for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And we believed whatever we were told. We did whatever we were told. So, historically, it has to be men that have told because we didn't have that voice.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have a voice, I think that I know that women lie, but it's not on the level of men. That's whether it's politically, that's whether it's relationship wise. Men tell the most lies. All I say again, Google.
Okay, good deal. Let me go to Willa. Willa, what's on your heart? Willa?
Hey, Raheem, did you say me?
Yes.
Did you say me? Okay. So the question is, who is better at lying, men or women?
Mm-hmm.
Because we both lie. Men and women both lie. But to look at, I'm 64 and I look at the way the world is and I look at how things are in the world and the people that I've been around and the family members. That's why I say women, because I see how convincing that they are when it comes to convincing a man or a man to do something that he doesn't want to do. That's why I say better at. That's what makes them better at doing it. I mean, women do things that men lie about all the time, but that's just part of the distraction, should I say. Because sometimes women know that men are lying. They go along with the lie. Come on now. They go along. We're better inspectors, investigators, but we go along with the lie only for a little while. Because sometimes we have agendas. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm just saying from what I have experienced in life and saw how convincing women are all the time. Me and my son just had a conversation that is so funny yesterday. And I know he said he missed this young lady. He misses her. And I asked him, I said, well, why didn't you go with her? He said, because I wasn't attracted to her. So her inside was so much better than what he was attracted to. And he was only with her for a short amount of time. But this lady, if he had to look past the outside, he would have had a good woman for the rest of his life. And that's why I say what I say about men. They miss the good woman, the woman that will be the best woman in their life, because they're so busy looking at that lie on the outside. Not realizing that one day that lie is going to turn just the way everybody else do, because we all get old.
Exactly.
And that's why I say what I say.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal.
Woman.
Absolutely. And I want to say, and mama, hey mama, I see you looking, mama. I love you, baby. I love you. And my mama said, and I can't say nothing against this. My mama said, man, see men lie more. I can't say nothing about that. That mama do. I let her put it right there on the table and I walk away from it. That's what it is. But Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
I'm just looking for the first woman in history that can go and say a man lied to her about being the mama of the child, the baby. There's some lies that men just can't tell. But then, you know, I think about this book I read called The Scarlet Letter. And at this point in time, during this era, men were in control. See, I think men, at one point in time, if we want to put history into it, men didn't have to worry about lying because men had it their way. What was it to lie about? I'm the man, and what I said goes. If you're cheating, we're gonna put the Scarlet Letter on you. Matter of fact, who was that you were sleeping with? I feel something different down there. That black man did it. Ever heard of Rosewood? Emmett Till. The woman lied. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, there's some. Now, see, this is the thing about it. Men lie, but then if you have power and control, it don't matter if you lie or not. We're gonna force you to believe it. Here, take this history. If you don't want to pass it, you don't want to take our word for it, you're going to fail. This is our curriculum. See, when you have women, men are brute and aggressive and violent. That's what we are better at. So it gets to a point where sometimes when you know you got that kind of power and entitlement and control, that you know, you have to make laws to protect women from men just imposing their will on them. Women have to start learning how to lie. They have to start learning how to maneuver around these brute men that, you know, that live through generations after generations of men just being dominant and aggressive, sleeping with their sisters and having two families in the same family. I know some men that did that, you know. So and that was just what they call the way it was back then. Think about the black men and black women that had a lot of master. They had to learn how to maneuver against a system. I mean, so, you know, I mean, this is, you know, we're going to go back to history. You know, yeah, a lot of the men did lie. Men have lied throughout history, but they enforced that through force. It wasn't just, you know, you believed it and just accepted it peacefully. A whole lot of men got raped in front of their children. A whole lot of babies got fed to alligators, and people got ripped apart and hung and cut open based off of lies. But at the same time, it was that force and that consequence behind what would happen if you got caught doing something against the grain that would make you lie. So women were in a bad situation. That's why there's women's rights and feminism. So women would have to stop lying. so they can be true to them and come on out and be open and express themselves freely without having to hold it in or lie to make somebody else happy.
Absolutely.
See, if we try to say that men are the better liars, we're going to throw away all that dominance that we've had, and we actually going to dismiss the reason why some of the feminism even existed, the feminist movement. Because a lot of women had to lie throughout the past to hide their true feelings or how they really felt or who they really loved. They had to maintain that protection of that man and to protect themselves from the power and the force of that man that the government probably wouldn't hold accountable because of what went on in his house. That was his domain.
Wow. We got a few more minutes before we get out of here. The phone lines are still open. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Going in this order, we're going Kurt, Leonard, and Mr. Hicks. Kurt, what's on your heart, brother?
Oh, nothing, man. I'm just listening. I don't really have anything on my heart, brother.
Okay. Leonard?
Do you lie real good?
No, I'm a terrible liar.
I was just asking because I would ask anybody, do y'all lie real well? Because there are men and women here on the line. Do you lie real well? I mean, I usually don't lie because I'm really absent-minded. So I wouldn't be able to keep up with a lot of lies and things like that. But also, if the question was who lied the best, I think that's what a lot of people started hitting on. The best lie. The most damaging lie.
Yeah.
That's a lot different than who lied more, men or women. Who tell the best lies? Who are the best at it? Those that practice. Those are the best liars. The art, it's an art to deception. And you have those people that do that very well. Now, if you were to sit there and look at behavior and you say, well, women don't seem to get smarter as it relates to men's lies. Because men tell the same lie.
Every time.
Over and over again. And women believe them for some reason. I mean, I never could figure that out. Because I'm not of the opinion that women are inferior. But why do they fall for the same lie all the time? You can tell a woman the same lie over and over and over.
And she's going to eat it up.
And she'll just eat it up for some reason. So in that case, you think about it, you ask your question, who lied the best? Who lies? Some people lie when necessary. Like to hide something. But there's an art to deception, and you can practice it and become very good at it. So people have to ask, I would ask the people on the line, do you lie real well?
And like I said, if I had to be the one to answer that question, I would certainly say no, I do not. We're going to go in this order. Hicks, we're going to go Hicks, Mary, Kay, and then Captain. Hicks, what's on your heart, brother?
Sort of, my heart just had other stuff, but that brother right there sort of put a personal question out there. It was intent. But truth, lies. This writer, John Luis, he's a Stoic. He's a Stoic guy from Mexico with that tradition. And he talks about one of those four agreements is be impeccable with your word. Jordan Peterson, a clinical psychologist, he says, always tell the truth and at least don't tell a lie. And I think a lot of times in divorce, that's a standard that you have to hold yourself to personally. No one's perfect in applying that, but some of us on higher levels than others just make assumption that everybody's on the same level about things. But I've learned, just like I said the other day, talking about martial arts, about how you align yourself with the force that's coming at you, redirect it, and not with intent to hurt, but to exert on him just the force he's throwing at you. You know, it's a mercy.
That sound like the practice of Hapkido. That sound like the practice of Hapkido, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it is. So you take it into the mental, take it into the spirit.
Absolutely.
But you can be true to yourself.
That's good. That's good. Let's keep this thing going. We're gonna go on Mary, Kay, and then Captain. Mary, what's on your heart?
I yield my time to Miss Cassandra.
She just hung up. She just hung up. She had to take off for a second. So do you want to say something, or you want me to go to Kay?
I yield my time to
Kay with an E. What's on your heart, sis?
You got to get off mute.
It's okay. That phone lying to you.
Oh no. You know what? I'm like everybody else. I know women just do it better, but men just lie. They lie to be lying. They just lie for free.
So we ain't got nothing to do with you. We ain't got nothing to do.
To be honest with y'all, because I'm down here. Look, I'm down here, and I'll be talking to people, and I'll be like, these people don't know. First of all, I'm a godly, spiritual individual. So it's kind of hard to lie to me. I'm going to see right through it. And so I just look at them like, why are y'all lying? What are you going to get out of it? So people in general just lie. I don't know why, but they do. It don't matter, male, woman, child. They lie. And when a child feels grown up lying, they start lying.
Start lying right along with them. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it pours right into the kid. And then they grow up lying.
Wow.
I just thought about it. Like, that's wrong. I just see all these people just kids be listening. My granddaughter said, my mama just sit on the phone. She lied to everybody. I said, wow. She's like, Grandma, I'll never lie to you. I said, you better not.
Exactly. It's gonna be another situation. Gonna be a totally different situation. Cap, what's on your heart?
Man, I was listening to Rico. Rico throw the whole history in when he talk about something. I don't know how he eased that. Well, you know, they brought us to slavery is a lie. You know, the abortion thing is a lie. Well, you know, this January the 6th thing is a lie. Rico, I love how you bring everything into perspective. You're right. We had asked the question, who lied the most? Who's the most convincing liar? But we didn't ask the question, Raheem, who's the biggest liar? And I think, bing, white folks, they have to be the biggest liars. We was tricked on the book to come over here on a lie. I think I'm not trying to quote the scripture, but Jesus told them, yeah, I know who you are. Ye of your father, the devil, the liar. So here we are. We then went from who lied, who do men lie more than women? Who's the most convincing liar? Now we at who's the biggest liar? Is a man that has deceived. Brother had said that the art of war is the art of deception. I think Leonard mentioned that, which means that in order for us to invade and get into war, it is based on the premise of a lie. Imagine all the men and women that gave their life on the lie that the boat in the Tonkin Gulf was shot at, and we went into the Vietnam War on a lie. Imagine men and women's lives that died during in Iraq on a lie. So my heart is, Raheem, we need to go ahead and expose who's the biggest liar, who have made us liars. I'm sorry, I took it to that level.
Yes, sir.
That's what's on my heart, Raheem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We're about to get out of here, man. It's been a great broadcast. We're at 10:03, so we're going to shut it down for today. Should have a couple of guests that should be on with us tomorrow as well. So make sure everybody come on in, because I want to get you all's perspective on what they're going to talk about. And so, Rico, what's going on at 3 o'clock today, sir?
If you missed today's broadcast and would like to see or hear the rebroadcast in its entirety, you can tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on www.dkmediagroup.com.
And that's the truth. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. I can tell you that's the truth. Listen, let me go to the
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question, boo?
You know, I haven't heard something in a while.
What haven't you heard?
I just wanted to know if you could go ahead and tell the people.
Tell the people what we're gonna tell them.
There's a book.
Mm-hmm.
A couple.
Actually. Yeah, a couple of them. Absolutely, a couple of them.
And I think you wrote them.
I wrote them. I wrote both of them. I did. I wrote both of them. Two of them. Two novels.
Could you please bless us? First, hey Grandma, I love you. I know you said she was on here, so I want to tell I love her. Mm-hmm. But could you please bless us with telling us how we can get us a copy?
What is real?
Or how we could sew into the broadcast.
Okay. I'm gonna do both of them for you. One is this: to sew into the broadcast. I just put it on the screen. You can go to www.paypal.me/DKM, or the simplest way is Cash App, $DKM Radio, $DKM Radio. Now, to get a copy of those books, I have two fantastic books. One is called Untrust, and one is called Beyond the Life. The two, now I wrote both of them myself with my own little hands right here. You can send me an email at dkmmediagroup1@gmail.com. dkmmediagroup1@gmail.com. Just send me an inquiring about the book, and I'll send you a synopsis of both of the books, let you know what both of them are about. You can select whether you want to get one or both of them, and I make sure that I send a Cash App to you, and you can pay for them that way, and I have them out to you that same day. So that's what that is. Now I need to do, and thank you, Mary. I want to do something else. I got to ask a question. Willow. She must not be here. There she go. Is she here? Willow!
I am here, Raheem. I'm here.
Okay.
Let's go.
Good deal.
Let's go, Raheem.
Well, let me ask you this question, Willow. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I am so ready to receive God's word.
Well, you know
I'm ready, Raheem. Let's go.
Only thing I'm going to say right now is, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let us go before the throne of grace this morning. Father, I'm asking you to decrease Willa and allow the Holy Spirit to go forth where your message will be heard and not mine. Father, I thank you so much for allowing us to get up this morning to commune one to another. Father, I thank you and praise and honor you this morning, and I glorify you, Lord. Father, I'm asking that you touch each and every last one that's on this line, Lord. Father, we know it, and you said it in your word that you're not the father of liars. But we know that the enemy is the lie and the father of lies. We know that your word is the truth. And Father, we believe that and stand on your words and your promises, Lord. Father, I thank you that you sent your word to heal us. I thank you, Lord, that you sent your word to lead us, guide us, direct us, and show us your way. Father, I thank you so much for lining us up with your will. Father, I'm asking you in the name of Jesus to keep allowing the Holy Spirit to be a protective, Lord, around our families. We thank and honor and praise you this morning. Thank you, Lord. Touch Raheem and his family, each and every last one. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. And glory to God.
Amen, amen, amen. We are about to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is now 10:07. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Now we shine some of this light on you for the morning glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Stay blessed, and please, please, please love each other. Take care of each other, and again, be blessed. Talk to you tomorrow. God say the same.